Irritable, they call him Mr. Irritable because he is so irritable.
Merry Christmas, Brayton.
Mary Fukusaku. Fuck you, sock you. That's almost as good as fuck Yuda for Jun Fukuda. Fuck you, Saku.
I wish there was a picture of both of them together so we could just like Photoshop middle fingers in
Yeah.
there.
Well, no. What you can do is you can take the famous like photo of Johnny Cash flipping the big finger
Mm-hmm.
and duplicate it, and then put them side by side and just plop their heads on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing for Brayton.
To be in my hospital bed here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beep.
Hospital
Beep.
Death Cap just visited him a couple. Yeah, he came in because he had a somewhat broken toe. No big deal. Then Hospital Death Cat came in and it's like, Brayton's going. Bye bye.
I'm gonna cut this fucker's throat. No, hospital death cat.
So yeah, we're in a hostage situation right now. And Brayton's final wish is apparently my big thing for December is watching Message from Space 3 separate times.
Well, as you say, and as I proclaim, 3 times is the charm with really understanding and coming to grips with the film. Unfortunately, too, you've seen it 300 times prior to this year.
I think so.
So there's that factor. But do we want to rehash our argument that we just had off stream where I was in such a desperate dash to get home on time?
By all means, give everyone context because I'm recording the message as future archival.
Yeah, well, if you consult the very breathy chat log from the past live stream that took place less than about an hour ago at this current time of streaming, I was in the chat room, and one of my first messages of the night, aside from saying, "What's going on? What in tarnation?" Those are my first 2 messages. But my third was, "Don't worry, I'll be available in 2 hours," or something to that effect. Shay even read that and repeated it to you on stream, presumably saying, "Here comes Brayton, just 2 hours and I'll be here flying in to join you 2 lovely men." And then, now admittedly, I'm not going to go into full detail because I don't talk private life on stream, but I was gone for a very important reason, and it took me a very long time to get back home. But I sent you
reason, though. I will say that.
Yeah, a very good reason. No one's injured, no one's hurt except my feelings. I sent you a message saying 45 minutes, I'll be there in 45 minutes. And your response to that was to immediately shut the whole ship down. So now Shay probably thinks that I don't like him, and I'm saying that, oh, okay, well, this is my stream. When in reality, I wanted to join both of you guys, and you pulled out early, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, but I've returned and I've inserted back in.
Oh, and then we should also go into the fact that you made me wait in a blank green room for 45 minutes.
Yeah,
too.
But thank you for waiting.
Without even putting like a message on the screen that says "Be right back, Brayton" or anything for me to see. So there was a 45-minute stretch there where I legitimately thought you just said, "You know what? Yeah, fuck him," and then just left.
Thankfully, it's weird. When I came back, I honestly was shocked. And I'm happy to know that you don't mind Shay, so you 2 will definitely be in future streams. Even if I have to start even later. He's a night owl like us, so that works out beautifully. But with that said, I asked you, how can I make it up to you? I've been offered money. It's like, no, we're watching Message from Space.
No, I don't want your fucking handouts. I don't want your pity party. I want what I fucking came here for.
Message from Space.
That's right.
Yeah, and we've been watching the subtitled version for the last couple of days. So now we're going to be doing the English dub version,
which you and I have been watching for the last 3 or 4 years since I first saw this.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
oh God, more than that. Hold on, because when you showed it to the group at G-Fest, that was about a year or 2 after you and I had watched it originally. So we had been watching this. It's been about 7 or 8 years since I first saw this with you.
Yeah, because I first watched it with you in a private chat, And I think we
Yes,
have it archived somewhere deep in our various files. But I
I
remember,
do. I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember we laughed our asses off when certain things happen, especially when a certain Sony Chiba just shows out of nowhere and makes his presence known.
Right, right. And I grew a deep, deep affection for Dark Mother.
Hmm.
And still to this day, I think the film is deeply, deeply charming
Yeah.
and easy to dismiss if you don't know anything about it, but if you meet it on its own wavelength, it's very earnest and imaginative, albeit very messy at points. And I think it's well worth defending. And I liked it well enough that you got me a DVD copy of the film, which sits right here in my grubby hands. And yeah, no, I basically encouraged you, which you also neglected to mention until I brought it up. I encouraged you to do the Christmas live watch of the movie because I knew that it was something that you'd been carrying around forever. And
Hmm.
I still to this day think your Hedra one that you did on Christmas Eve many years ago went off without a hitch. So I figured, why not pull another one out of the stocking, talk about this, and you did.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised too because I came in somewhat ill prepared. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust the microphone so it's closer. AKA
Yes.
just get a little
Like
closer.
I'm coming in somewhat ill-tempered tonight.
Oh no, don't worry, don't worry. I'm ready to go round 3 with this movie
All
for
right.
your sake. Yeah, it's like consider me the Batman 66 Penguin to Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
How about I consider you the Apollo Creed to my Dolph Lundgren Ivan Drago?
Oh no, that was like
That's how I'm
what a
feeling,
waste of a
man.
character.
We got to watch Rocky 3.
Yeah, I know. I want to watch Rocky 3, and I know exactly the movie we're going to pair it up with. Either DC Cab
Calamari wrestler.
or Calamari Wrestler. Your pick. Either way, it has Mr. T and
I
Calamari
like the
Wrestler.
idea. I like the idea because it's shorter and Rocky 3 is longer that we just do the Hulk Hogan A-Team episode with
Oh,
Mr. T and
okay,
then.
yeah, might as well just do that then. Okay, that's an even
Okay.
better idea. There you go. Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
that's where you're the brains of the operation. And I'm just
Yeah, how about that?
I'm just the big old turtle you fly upon.
Yeah, who calls my Columbo images boring? God,
Yeah,
you
but I did.
fucking jabroni.
But
All
I don't know.
right.
I'm out of the brony fandom. It's all about Hell of a Bus now, or Has Been Hotel. I can't get those two shows straight. But as you can see, it's on screen right now.
Neither can they. Am I right?
Yeah, true. That is true. But I don't know if you can see it on screen right now. But Dracula versus Everyone has been updated. I put Columbo in there. I'll just do this right here. And
Yeah, there you go. He's just waving hello.
I
I thought
know
that was the best picture.
it is the best picture. That's why I put it in there. Plus, it fit beautifully in here. So he's like waving the audience.
Hello, guys. I'm here too.
We got him. Don't worry. We got him. Miss Blue and Tig is taking him out, and I got these Daleks here.
You know what? I think Dracula's met his match here. I have to say.
Oh yeah, not only that, but I also snuck in Peter Cushing and the Stegosaur.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I was
Exactly.
originally-
So you know what he'll do? They'll use Miss Blue as a meat shield. All she's good for. That's her character development. And then they'll just attack him all from behind.
of these various characters, who do you think would most likely just? Oh, Tom Baker. He would just grab Miss Blue and just use her as a meat shield, and everyone else is like,
what to do.
"The hell!"
Yeah. And Columbo will steal his coffin and take a nap in it. Then the other ones can just go to town on him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't know what weight that the Stegosaurus is pulling, but he'll do something.
Oh, maybe he ends up sitting on everybody. Oh, he ends up sitting on Dracula, and that's how they end up killing him in the end.
Ah.
Yeah. So this is like, yeah, because unless Dracula turns into smoke, then he's screwed.
Shit.
Yeah. Dracula.
Smokula.
Smokula. Okay, but yeah, I'll be updating the thumbnail there soon. And so yeah, hold on, let me see. The movie has been downloaded. I'm just gonna go in and play the. Actually, double check the file before I completely abandon archive.org. So little technical stuff going on here.
Do we know anything about the people who United Artists released this in America? Yes,
Yes.
since that's the logo that I have on my copy that you gave me. It starts with that, I think, instead of the Toei logo.
Yeah, but same music beats too. So it's like
Yeah,
other than some sound effects and dialogue choices, the movie is more or less intact.
yeah.
Although having seen the Japanese version like 3 times already in the last couple of days, yeah, it is nice to notice the major differences. So
You know, as a kid, and and I understand that there are the fucking most minute of differences, but I thought that about the Godzilla series for the longest time, or at least my misremembering of them was that, oh yeah, the American versions are so much different from the Japanese versions.
mhm.
Not really. Like once you get past like Ghidorah, the different, or I mean, and by that I mean Ghidorah the three-headed monster. The differences really from then on out are kind of, aside from the audio tracks, kind of negligible, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially the rest of the Showa movies pretty much stick true to the Japanese versions in terms of editing and cutting and all of that. So yeah, I think people make a much bigger deal about tampering on a lot of these fantasy movies than maybe is necessary sometimes.
Yeah, and also in this day and age where for the most part if you can get multiple versions of the same movie on the same Blu-ray set, it's not that big of a deal. Although granted, I know there are certain issues. You brought up beautifully that a lot of dubbed versions can't be readily available because they count as their own separate movies and copyrights, which is
Yeah.
probably why a lot of the Tetra dubs are kind of currently lost, not counting the fan restorations from certain people we know.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of the various dubs, like them, and Saperstein's his studios dubs, and of the Showa era films. Like, unfortunately, the international ones are the most readily available for a number of these movies. I've never listened to the international dub of Godzilla 1984,
Hmm.
so I don't know, and that's basically just the 84 version of the movie because that's like one of the only other ones that has substantial edits and basically is a different version of the film
Yeah.
is Godzilla 1985. Um, but I assume that the Toho's personal international dub is just their movie with an English audio track.
It's nice to have it, but yeah. Yeah,
But nobody asks the damn important questions like, "Are there bombs?" in that version, I'm assuming.
a hell of a lot of them and cadmium missiles.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Sayonara, sucker. It is, it's like I would love to see Godzilla 1985 properly restored and given a proper Blu-ray release because it's an interesting edit of the movie in its own right. Plus, Raymond Burr's in it. You can never go wrong with Raymond the Burr. But
Yes.
that's what I call him.
5 tons of fun is what I call them, but yeah.
Yeah. But no. So, but yeah. We'll see what happens. But no, with Message from Space though. I got the Eureka Masters of Cinema release from the UK because I generally like the movie enough that I actually imported a DVD that doesn't work on any of my Blu-ray players.
Shit.
But thankfully, thanks to you, I've been able to get a lot of good digital copies from various sources. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And who knows, that Eureka version may end up being re-released through Arrow Video or Criterion. Not Criterion. Why would Criterion release that?
Arrow Video or
Vinegar
I don't know.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
And the other
Kino Lorber wouldn't even touch this.
Kino Lorber, bless their hearts. They're like the scrappy mom and pop cheap version of Criterion. I think they're even an offshoot of Criterion, unless I'm
And very
mistaken.
Jewish. And very Jewish, as I mentioned to you before. They're closed on Saturdays for Shabbos.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I know that firsthand because I was planning forever to get a since we've brought him up, he's the topic apparently of tonight. I was planning forever and sort of pre-planning to get the Columbo Blu-rays that they put out until they gutted literally every single special features on those discs. So I, went against it. But that's how I found out when we were searching, like, when is the best time to order when something is newly released? And there are a bunch of militant Jews who run Kino Lorber, and they don't ship on Shabbos.
That probably explains why their prices are so good.
Yeah.
They're sharing.
Well, no, wouldn't the stereotype mean the prices would be escalated to through the ceiling?
They're
Wouldn't it be
feeling
that?
generous. They're nice Jews.
Ah,
They're
right.
sharing their business know-how with us, Brayton. So
That's it.
yeah. So, but no, I am very happy with Kino Lorber. They've done a lot for me. But yeah, no, I would imagine some obscurity like Vinegar Syndrome or uh not red fuck Red Code. Red Code sucks. Code Red
What
Films.
about Shout? They've
Maybe
probably put it out, right?
Yeah, Shout Factory released it previously. That was years ago, but that was only the
Yeah.
American version. I know that's long out of print. If you go on eBay, the very Blu-rays and DVDs I got you are like they're like $100 now.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is. I see the logo on it. This is the Shout version.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
Okay.
well, it works out then.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah.
anything else you want to talk about the movie before we go right into it?
Go right into it. Not much. Like the movie itself. You mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say this. I think it's one of the best because it really is a narrow margin of quality in terms of legitimate space opera films
Mm-hmm.
that I hold in a lot of, oh, this is actually pretty pleasant regard. There are, like, I would put Flash Gordon, the 80s version, into the same camp, and
Mm-hmm.
Last Starfighter to some degree into that space opera subgenre. But a lot of them are just really taxing and terrible to watch. I've never seen that War in Space movie that you were talking about on your other stream.
Mm.
On YouTube, you mentioned that film War in Space, which is a Japanese thing with a large hairy man with horns. What is that?
Yeah, that was another Toho science fiction movie from the after they finished with Godzilla. They were still making sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
War in Space was originally meant to be a direct sequel to Atragon, but instead of a sea battle, Atragon would be made space-worthy and battle aliens on Venus.
Yeah.
But they decided because the space romance boom was starting in Japan, thanks to the delayed success of Space Battleship Yamato, which was an unsuccessful television series, but then it got a movie compilation that did blockbuster in Japan, and it was re-aired and given sequel series on Japanese television, kind of similar to what happened to Lupin the Third. No, it was a late bloomer, so to speak, a sleeper hit. So
I
Toho,
see.
yeah, Toho decided just to turn the War in Space into its own science fiction movie, and it's about an invasion from aliens who are stationed on Venus but are not exactly Venetians. And the only people who can help us is a scientist and his team of engineers who created basically Atragon for space. And they go to Venus to destroy the main villains. But there's spies on Earth who are disguised aliens and whatnot. I know War in Space has a bigger cult following than Message from Space in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. To the
Wow.
point which explains why the Space Beast Man, who is one of the villains, makes cameos in some of the 80s Godzilla mangas.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Well, from the images and like clips I've always seen, that always just seems so much cheaper to me. So I never really and I'm sure the budgets were somewhere in the same ballpark, but it looked way less appealing than this film does. And I think it's kind of interesting how, like, you have other Star Wars knockoffs like Corman's Battle Beyond the Stars, for example, that say, well, Lucas was kind of ripping off Kurosawa and Hidden Fortress and Seven Samurai and all that. So let's just put Seven Samurai in a sci-fi context and in a space context. And I don't think that film works as well. But what I'm really interested in seeing is Legend of the Eight Golden Samurai. Do I have that title right? From Fukusaku.
Oh yeah, just
of the
Legends of the
original
Eight Samurai.
Hokkaido myth or whatever. Legend of the Eight Samurai. Okay. I think I combined that with the Dracula Hong Kong film. But yes, the Eight Samurai, I'm really interested in seeing the same story set in the feudal era because I'm seeing it backwards and I'm seeing the sci-fi version first, but it's a very interesting, earnest story. It's fully committed to the fun and the emotional stakes in the story. And for all of its faults, which are here in bold display, I really kind of liked it and kept thinking about it after we watched it originally. It hasn't left my mind since.
I'm glad to hear that. And we did watch it with the boys back at G Fest in 2019, and other than some kind of like post, oh, we regret watching that, for the most part, I remember everyone having a generally good time. So.
Yeah, of all the things they show on that fucking G-Fest television, that is not the thing I regret watching. I regret watching like the 12 snippets of Ultraman 80 and a fucking Starman movie there, is because they never show any Godzilla films on that channel. It's always either, I mean, it's stuff that you would like, so I mean, you're in heaven there, but it's the weirdest fucking crap mixed with a barrage of trailers that repeat and play over and over again.
I know, it's so weird. So, and it's weird too.
So and this was it your personal copy that we played at G-Fest?
I think it was my personal copy, or it was a copy I gave you. So
that I currently own. All right, well, there you have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back when these DVDs were more readily available and cheaper. So,
okay.
But I grew up with this movie. Do you want me to talk about my experience with it when we watched the movie, or just go ahead and just go into it?
You can talk about it for the third time when we go into the movie. Why
okay, not? Yeah. I've been mentioning it way too much. But one thing I did forget to mention, this movie, whenever a new network started on cable, they would always have this movie as like a reliable standby, because I guess it was so cheap to get. So Showtime Beyond, which was sort of like Showtime's attempt to do their own sci-fi channel, which when it began, it was a fantastic network. They showed so many obscurities, but eventually got so bad that they were literally playing the same 15 movies over and over again.
Yeah.
But no, they, with that says, Message from Space used to be a reliable standby, like once a month, Message from Space.
Well, I'm sure they like that, and I don't know. I mean, the landscape of television is completely different now. Television's dead predominantly.
Yeah.
But how it used to be, it was probably a big boom for them too, in terms of, and I don't know how like Nielsen ratings were like calculated and totaled for certain, but it's probably a big boon to get something like this, because you have people who would be channel flippers back then and just go click, 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 and they, clicking by it and seeing something that vaguely looks like Star Wars and ships that are shooting lasers and stuff. Somebody would go back for a minute and say, hey, wait, Star Wars is on? And then kind of wait for like, 2 or 3 seconds and say, wait a minute, but still you got their eyeballs.
That's how it kind of got me, because Monster Vision, I never even heard a Message from Space until that another fateful day in 1990.
When I was born. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, 90. Fuck.
You were born, and I was dressed up as Roxanne. It's like, you will be the ruler of the universe. And your mom and dad was like, who are you? Gotta go. Sorry, I dropped you on your head.
Master of the Moon.
I will never tell you, but first I will destroy the moon. I just throw a Nerf ball at a moon. So,
yeah.
But no, the thing about Monster Vision, they suddenly had a commercial for Made in Japan. I recognized Mothra. I think I saw a little bit of Battle in Outer Space. But then there was this weird footage of like these people just shooting lasers and samurais stabbing each other in the forehead, and it's like, whatever that is, I want to see it.
Yeah,
and it was
I still think that the one title card missed opportunity that we had for your Christmas stream was to just have a giant photo of Roxaya with his little, his antler helmet, and have little ornaments hanging off of the different antler helmets. The little horns that were sticking out,
If we do, we'll definitely go all out next year. It's like, what kind of tokusatsu or childhood favorite movie are we going to watch other than the obvious Pee-wee's Big Adventure? So,
why don't you double bill Pee-wee's Big Adventure with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Adventures in adventuring.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, because you haven't seen the Bill and Ted movies, and I do want you to see them, but they're both a little on the long side, so doing a double feature or a triple feature might be a bad idea.
Okay,
but no, that's a great idea. That's a good pairing. So, okay, so with that said, we're going to go right into it. We're watching the dubbed version because I like Vic Morrow, and let's hear how he really sounds.
You are challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I'm so hammered.
You want something fancy? Get French robot. Boom, 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 boom.
You get to hear Beba's funny voice too.
Yes, exactly. So, okay, I'm going to do a quick test and see if it's not too loud before we go into the movie. So just let me know. Turn it down a bit, or
I'll turn it down a little bit, because from the bits that I was listening to of you and Shay, it was way too loud. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds Japanese to me.
Oh, no, I heard. Let's... The hell?
Oh no.
I got
Hold on. Go to the little option thing. Is there a link? No.
audio English.
Wait a hot minute. Oh well.
Wait a minute. Is this
Okay, well,
a
he's in
bilingual?
English.
Oh,
This may be a bilingual cut of the movie.
Oh my goodness. Should we just go back to the hold on. If there's subtitles available on this choose a subtitled file. Fudge
No,
me.
hold on. Skip to another part in the film. Oh, yeah. This must be a bilingual fan edit.
Holy crap. I know there's a dub version on YouTube, but I don't want to deal with the commercials.
Well,
okay, everything is ready. So I'm ready if you're ready. Oh yeah, it's a little low. We decided to do 43.
just hang it around there someplace. We can adjust.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for those who'll be watching in the future, we go to the future to watch Message from Space. So with Brayton for the third time this month. Okay, so here we go. We go to darkness. Oh, I almost pressed stop recording. All right. And here we go from 1978, Message from Space.
So nice. We're doing it thrice.
Mm-hmm.
This is the acclaimed Message from Space overture here.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Sometimes there's copies that get rid of the United Artists logo.
Yeah.
This,
so the soundtrack itself done by who?
Hold on. I will bring up a Wikipedia page because again, it's going to be. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Google search engine. Oh, I did not like that little thing there. Yeah, the person doing the music is Kenshiro Morioka. And yeah, looks like he's most famous for this. But yeah, no, I think he does a beautiful job with the soundtrack on this.
Yeah, it's very epic and melodic. And, you know, this theme, which has been noted, is definitely a takeoff, at least in the motif, of John Williams's motif for Princess Leia. But then this choir comes in and becomes this whole new thing. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's funny. This song is always stuck, even though it's just images of space clouds and all that, it always stuck with me, this beautiful music. And this is exactly, everyone makes a big deal about looking to space and seeing the majesty. But this is the music that always plays in my head when if I somehow ended up in the middle of the universe. And, you know,
floating 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah, there's a rug at the bottom of the universe. I did not expect that.
You're just hanging by a tree next to Jupiter. Wow. Well, no, it's one of those great things. It's those big heroic themes which also can sound mournful and, you know, mythic at the same time. I'm hoping this cut of the movie has the closing narration though, because that is definitely like the storybook kind of ending for this whole shit show we're about to see.
And apparently, yeah, most of his, I don't think he's done much in the way of soundtracks. I think this is one of the few ones he's done.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like you said, it is very beautiful, melodic, and it's epic. So, granted, there's some weird...
It's one of the movie's strongest elements to me and has a lot of great grandeur to it.
Yeah, exactly. And in the American version, yeah, it's like they use the narrator incredibly well, even more so than the Japanese cut. Because when... Oh, come on.
Well, here's...
Yeah. You're right. That's one of the things I appreciate, that the American cut of the movie does know exactly that this is kind of an operatic fairy tale more so than just a Star Wars ripoff. And they kind of lean into that too. So Kaido, leader of the Jerusians, and his 60 soldiers fought the Gabana's army, but were hopeless against them.
This is what the first presidential debate looked like, if I recall from the history books.
They want to build drums? I don't know what this technology is.
He's gonna get my slaves? Fuck that!
Oh, Jefferson.
He's so uncouth. Says whatever comes to his mind. That's why we love him.
Yeah.
So these are his nuts.
Yeah, there's
The Liabi seeds, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
the Liabi seeds, which are sort of like representatives of the power of the gods. But they do look like walnuts, and they probably are just like, knowing the Japanese special effects artists, they probably hollowed out some walnuts and put some really impressive lights inside.
Yeah.
Sort of like how Varan's back is made out of,
Peanuts.
yeah, peanuts. Or at least a pattern.
Yeah. Now, here's the point in the time where it's 3D and you go, my eyes.
Oh my god.
I'm tripping.
Yeah. So yeah, the story is based on the famous Japanese novel story, the Hikeden, which I hope I'm saying the name right, which is about like say it again.
Hikiden.
The Hikiden, yeah.
Like Hokkaido.
Yeah. Was that where he got his name?
I don't know.
But
Something's gonna be mechanically violated.
yeah, but no, the tale is that there's an evil samurai lord and his mother who basically their crimes are so extreme that destiny calls forth 8 heroes to come and fight them, and the heroes come from all various walks of life. And yeah, Kenji Fukusaku would go on to remake basically both Message from Space and do a proper version of the Hikiden in the 80s with Legend of the 8 Samurai.
Yeah.
So a movie that's actually pretty decent in its own right, but I think I definitely prefer Message from Space more so.
Here's our man.
Roxaya the 12th.
There's something wonderful.
Oh yeah, that's also a line that just lives rent free.
Should we watch the American version on YouTube if they're not gonna fucking have the right voices?
Yeah, why not? Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into, and we'll take chances. If there's commercials, we'll deal with it. So yeah, let me go ahead and go to a standby screen for a moment.
And then start it at that line, that immortal line. Because it's so true.
Yes, YouTube.
It's so true when you're not out in it.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm just drinking coffee and enjoying all the mayhem going on outside.
Oh, Hakenden is how it's pronounced.
Good.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. But it's a good kind of thing, and a sort of an interesting riff. And I understand, again, it's a mythological sort of standpoint, so this goes back further than fucking Star Wars, which is a year prior to this film being put out. But I like the idea where it's not necessarily a chosen one. It's about a collective destiny rather than just, one hero's call to action, one hero's journey.
Mm-hmm.
These flawed individuals coming together. I think it's really cool.
Right. No, I fully agree. Yeah, it's like I said, this story has been kind of a big influence on a lot of my own personal fiction. Some of what I'm actually currently writing too.
Oh, yes. I'm writing as well.
Nice. Yeah,
writing your coattails.
Hey, that's my line. Okay, so yeah, let me go ahead and get the screen together. Display option. So far, it looks like it's gonna work. Okay, hold on. Stretch the screen. Pull out the screen. Okay. There's Kaido, leader of the Jerusians.
What you gonna do about it?
We're screwed. Get some weirdos. Okay.
This guy should have like an endurance race with the old man from Mechagodzilla.
Godzilla will defeat the Roxayans.
Destroy the Roxayans.
Okay, so we're gonna watch. Let me do just one quick test with the audio.
Yota, you must succeed in this. You
a little lower.
Our people
it's great to me.
on you.
Okay then.
Wish me luck.
All right, so here we go.
There's a light.
Here we go.
Big badass coming through. Great TV.
Here we go.
There's something wonderful about a storm.
Wonderfully said, sir.
Yes.
Well,
And these costumes were early Shinji Wakasa, who is known for making all the Godzilla suits for the Millennium era and today.
and being my friend on Facebook.
Nice. Yeah, awesome.
He's friends with everybody.
Yeah, the Roxea and the Gavanna costumes were among his first works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think he does a great job because, yeah, Roxea has, like, it's a simplistic outfit, but they're definitely among the most impressive because as much as I love the costume design, some of the execution is a little lacking. And what's cool is I know he mentioned that he based Roxea's helmet design on a crab.
You see them try to leave, and yet you do
Oh,
nothing.
I see that.
Mm-hmm. And of
If
course,
they've gone to get
Dark
help,
or Dark
anything
Mother,
can
depending on
happen.
what you want to call
I'd
him.
kill those Delusians and do it right now.
Yeah, who, the voice definitely sells the female aspect to whatever this is. It certainly isn't feminine. But I had no idea that was Hideo Yamamoto buried under 3 tons of Buddy Ibsen makeup.
And in the original Japanese version, yeah, he does a really good impression of a woman. Although this is kind of old hat for him because the 2 samurai pirate movies Toho made, he played a recurring villainous Granny the Witch. So he's kind of used to doing drag roles. So.
Well, speaking of space pirates here, this maybe this is Wolf Larson's long lost brother, Death Larson. We're seeing Seawolf 3000 here.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think just to hammer once more and one last time on the mythological aspect of this movie, I definitely think that helps. The myth helps, doing the narrative heavy lifting for the story, and you can easily apply just all of this cool shit as icing on the cake. Because as I said in one of your comments on the first stream we did of this movie, something extraordinary I think about the film is the miniature and model work. It's not wholly convincing 90% of the time, but it's really cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially the explosion effects, because it's like I've come to I know a lot of people say this movie's low budget, but they obviously had the best 70s model effects and explosions going on.
And this was lower budget than fucking Legend of the Dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, no, actually it was a little more expensive than Legend of the Dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
But you definitely see where the money prevails because there's a large dedicated cast. Both the extras and the main characters. The model effects are fantastic. I was telling Shay a little while ago in one of the many other streams, is that I love how the model ships, it's like they don't look like they're kit bashed. They look like they could honestly exist as real ships. So they have an artistry to them that I think like a lot of the spaceships in, unfortunately, Star Crash lack.
And I'll say this, I'll go on record in saying this, better asteroid effects and, little floating asteroids than Star Wars, the original trilogy anyway.
Yeah.
I have to say. Because, you look back at Empire Strikes Back and, they're plainly potatoes. I mean, it's plainly obvious. I will say, when the Millennium Falcon goes into the trench that turns out to be a monster's mouth, that's convincing. But these, them flying through all of the asteroids here, I thought was really well done. A lot of the miniature work in terms of the space chases and things are quickly cut together, and you just see them whooshing by, which does help. But nothing about this movie screams horrendously fake, and like I said, for this to come out in such short order, and obviously they had such a great foundation with the Hecate, however, myth, it holds up so much better than any of the other 50 you can name that came out within a 5-year period of this movie. I'm not a huge fan of Star Crash, so in terms of just fun and enjoyment, this blows that out of the water for me.
Oh wow, I'm happy to hear that. And the person playing Maya's ship captain, this poor beleaguered actor, is William Ross, who used to show up in a lot of Japanese monster movies of the 60s.
So. Well, now why the fuck couldn't they have Andrew Hughes in this role? He's got to be here somewhere.
I think Andrew Hughes is long dead at this point, and we liked him.
Really? Oh.
Those damn monsters! We have to call Golden Bat to kick his ass.
Yes! Of course, Doctor!
Yeah. Have you seen
They're in danger!
Have you seen Golden Bat, by the way?
I've seen Andrew's panel about it,
Oh yeah, it's actually a very fun movie. It's like Prince of Space, but good.
which is why we got to pair it with Princess Space.
Yeah, okay, yeah, why not? I don't mind revisiting the American version of Prince of Space. I can't believe after all these years I finally know what this damn cop character is named. Officer Fox, played by Kenji Kobayashi.
Or Officer Not So Friendly.
Yeah, supposedly comic relief character who's among the first to die when the Gavanas show up.
You make a dive, go straight down. And then the first guy that pulls out is chicken.
You know anything about these incorrigible teens that are leads in this?
Yes,
About these actors?
Philip Kasnoff, who plays Aaron, he was actually a stage actor. At this point, he was most famous for playing John Travolta's character in the stage version of Grease. And he was asked to be in this movie, so he has that same kind of intensity in his similar voice. I don't think he had much of a film career after this, but I do appreciate that this movie, very similar to like the casting of Nick Adams and many of the actors from Latitude Zero. The American actors are kind of match the Japanese actors' energy, because this is a very operatic. I don't want to call it melodramatic because there's way too much Japanese fiction that's melodramatic, but definitely is operatic and very heightened.
Well, you mentioned that too. You know, I don't think John Travolta could pull off half of these maneuvers here. Danny Zuko, with him and Olivia Newton-John, though, piloting a giant flying red convertible. I wouldn't hate to see that in this exact situation.
Oh yeah, and you'll be surprised about the actress who plays Maya, but we'll get to her when she comes back. And of course, that's a very young baby-faced Hiroyuki Sanada as Shiro, Aaron's best buddy, who of course today he's known as plays when you need like a distinguished older Japanese gentleman, you get Hiroyuki Sanada. Like he's currently co-starring in the Shogun series.
Yeah, and he was one of the lead samurai in The Last Samurai.
Yeah. So and of course, Hiroyuki would go on to be the star of Message from Space Galactic Wars for a good 29 episodes.
Oh boy, we know about that. That's
yeah. So although
boy, a hijacking is all we need.
One lousy trial run and look what happened.
and yet, weirdly enough, I don't hear him saying anything about his old roles in these Japanese superhero shows. Although I don't
maybe like the post-success in your career irony isn't as strong over there in Japan, to where you can have Bryan Cranston go on Letterman and say, "I was on Power Rangers, sure," but look where he is now. I wonder if there's a stronger sense of shame over there with this kind of stuff, which I think is not fair.
Yeah. Oh, you're not wrong, because I know a lot of Super Sentai actors are pigeonholed because they showed up in Japan. Super Sentai is basically considered baby stuff, even by fans of the franchise. So yeah, I can totally understand. Like, it's hard for them to get their foot into the door in other works. And of course, there's the awesome Vic Morrow.
Well, it was kind of eye-opening to hear about. Yes, Vic Morrow and his glorious stash, which he grew out during this period.
Yes, but go on.
Have you seen Great White with Vic Morrow?
No, I haven't. Although I bet he's probably the best thing in the movie.
I know that he dies in it.
Well, yeah.
So we have to compare he and Quint's death to see who's the bigger screamer, I guess. But it's something, what you were just talking about, it's something that I found funny, and I mean kind of funny anyway, in the commentary for Megalon, which I listened to a little bit of, where I learned this funky fact, where the twinkier of the gay couples, that actor, when reached out to by Stuart Galbraith, I believe, was far more interested and eager to talk about his Japanese Roman porno films than Godzilla vs. Megalon.
Yeah, speaking of Godzilla, guess who's on the screen? That's Jerry Ito, a.k.a. Nelson of Mothra fame, playing General Garuda's pissed-off commander.
A.k.a. Detective Dickweed from The Manster.
Oh, he's actually pretty nice in The Manster.
He's the only good person in that film. Even Linda, the wife, irks me.
Uh-huh.
And here's yes. Oh, Larry. Here's pre-Alpha. This is Alpha's grandpa here.
Yeah.
You think this thing could get it on with what's its name, Tweaky from the Beady Beady robots?
Oh, I think he's way cooler than Tweaky.
Alright.
Now, this is something I never noticed until like recent years. These are both male and female dancers.
Oh, hot.
Yeah. So, oh my God, yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I see the broad shoulders.
Yeah, that robot.
I see
on
the
other
broad
hand-
shoulders on some of those broads.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, so as much as I love this movie, and I do appreciate like just how 70s, Japanese 70s it is, it's like, you kind of, it's both adorable and kind oh, wait. Okay, look, back when you get back to Big Sam, that big scary samurai, big scary fat guy at the table, this is something I forgot to mention all the time. On the left, there is hold on, let me get it. There is a young Chris Isaac making a cameo as one of the bar patrons playing cards with him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see him again, but yeah, he was the orange-haired gentleman in the hippie shirt on the left.
Baby did a bad thing.
Put something in my drink?
Yeah, I'm guessing he was visiting Japan and they needed foreigners. So, and I do
Wow.
appreciate the international cast. It makes the movie definitely feel more galactic. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, in lieu of Rick Baker masks, it helps.
Or as Norman England told us, getting Japanese people to play other ethnies. Ethnic. Yeah.
That's true.
We won't get into that again. I'm sorry. By the way, I just
You go back the wrong place,
yeah.
Pharaoh.
Okay. He's in the rainbow shirt over there, but his head is cut off. Maybe
Aw,
we'll see him again.
well, that's cute.
Oh, there he is. His face is being blocked by the other guy now. There
Oh,
he
it's
is,
like
Chris
Ed
Isaac.
Gajicheski. Okay, there we go. It's like, yeah, because I remember I read in an interview or something. Ed Gajicheski said that he and Steve Rifle apparently are both extras at the end of Godzilla '98, and you can see Ed holding a camera behind Harry Shearer during the ending. And so I went back to the movie and tried looking for him, and every time I thought I saw him, Shearer's head would like move in front of him, and yeah. Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
This guy's a lot to take in. This is kind of how you treated me at G-Fest.
Yeah. Big Sam is
Get
played
this
by
fruit poofer out of here.
You heard what he said? Get the money.
Okay, so
Get
Big
the
Sam
money.
here, he's apparently played by a well-known Japanese wrestler at the time.
I'll tell you what. Give me the money.
But yeah, so
Right?
far I
Spend
can't
every bit of
find the
it.
actor who actually played him.
We had to buy some
So
parts for our machine.
Hiroku Smasher Bayashi.
you're
was
not
his name.
you're not wrong. I just found it. Thunder Sugiyami.
I know it.
Oh, not to be confused with Thunder Lips from
Yeah.
Rocky 3.
Yes.
Another wrestler.
That's another detail I never noticed, that there's some broken down robots in the kitchen. So yeah, it's like me and Shay were talking about this, like how does this world treat its robots
Yeah.
compared to the Star Wars universe, where they often treat robot massacres as a joke.
The battered down wait staff.
Mhm. And the actress playing Maya, who turns out to be the secret technical genius behind our heroes, she's played by an actress named you'll see. She starts off as sort of a spoiled rich girl who doesn't take the adventure seriously despite her enthusiasms. But as the movie progresses, she's the one who comes up with all the ideas of combining the ship and the methods of how to get to the Gavanas without anyone noticing. So yeah, she ends up becoming like the oddball brain of the group.
Well, I have read her lengthy post-film memoir, Methods from Space, where she details all of those schematics. So what a genius she is.
And yet she
I want to hear the memoirs of I'm a Scientist, I Belong Here from the Green Slime. That's what you got to do for next Christmas.
No, the green slime? Hell yeah, okay.
A green Christmas, a green slime.
I know, that's amazing. So, but the actress who plays Maya is Peggy Lee Brennan, and very much like Philip Kasnoff, she was in the same stage play of Grease, so she probably played one of the female characters.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, you can imagine Aaron and Maya riding in a red Corvair fighting Rakazea. He's in his own hot rod of evil. You dare challenge me, kids?
Yeah, I should do. Oh, that's John Travolta again. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I can't do an impression of this guy.
Come on, Rakazea! Eat her dust! You'll get this, Aaron.
Tell me more, tell me more.
Okay, and the actor, yeah, we saw Jack recently introduced, and that actor was played by Masazumi Okabe, an actor who's well known for playing Yakuza toadies. So he's basically doing the space version of the old Joe.
Yeah, he's wearing the greatest outfit I've ever seen.
I was watching some videos, people doing live watches, and it was funny because they almost all ended the same. Everyone calls it a Star Wars ripoff, but they were enjoying it at the end. But they said, they say Jack's outfit, which is pretty badass looking, is like Bruno Mars on his better days.
Yeah, well, it's also kind of like if you go into Spirit Halloween store and you see a crappy version of this outfit would be called like 70s pimp or something. And you'd have like an obnoxious white guy with a really bad afro on the plastic cover of the costume.
That's a weird dialogue that Peggy says. It's like, you can stay here while the space dragon can eat you up. But
and then you got excited because you thought a kaiju was coming.
I did, but after watching Galactic Wars, apparently space monsters are a thing in this universe.
Yeah.
And
after the crushing disappointment of the fire dragon from Destroy All Monsters, I don't trust nobody.
Oh, don't worry, Gaziban made up for it. The fire dragon is officially a kaiju now.
You won't believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies followed you into the vacuum of outer space.
That's a great song. Maybe
above planet Earth.
So these space fireflies, for the longest time, I thought they were just radioactive refuse. But no, after watching both the Japanese and American versions, these are actual void-dwelling life forms.
Now, how'd they do this effect? Just go crazy with the lava lamp?
No, it is a good-looking effect with the lighting, at least. The actual floating is obvious video effects on film.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're really floating there, man.
Yeah, fairy dust. Sprinkled fairy dust from Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm flying.
Yeah, but no, Toei Productions was starting using video effects in both their film and television.
It does have the air of Super Monster to it.
Yeah,
I have to unfortunately say that.
It's a little better, though, especially with the little fireflies themselves. But with that said, they would be using that kind of effect for both better and worse up until the early 2000s, with Gao Ranger being the final series that really used video effects.
Gao wow wow.
Yeah, Gao is in the Japanese for roar. It was about collecting 1 billion giant robot animals.
Leave some for the rest of us, why don't you?
Jack, will you cut it out or are you going back to the ship?
Like you said, it is interesting that the story is about these very unlikely heroes because it's not a single chosen one. It's all these very unlikely individuals who pay off at the end. And like the thing I've mentioned, like revisiting this movie in the last couple of years, I never noticed how much the Destiny Trap trope really plays in this movie. You know, the trope that you try to escape your destiny, but it's eventually going to catch up with you, both ironically or sometimes you end up creating your own destiny.
Yeah.
There's nothing I don't know about engines. And these nets generate some kind of magnetic energy.
You think that's what John Wayne said once upon a time in a very unfortunate Rolling Stone interview? There's nothing I don't know about engines. One wonders. I don't know.
Oh.
What's that ship?
I'm going to turn up a little bit. I hope it's not one of the... Okay, there we go. I think that's okay.
Mega Maid!
Bum, 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 bum. Go from suck to blow.
Suck! Suck! Suck!
Maybe we should just do Spaceballs next December, since everyone seems to constantly quote that movie whenever I do a stream.
I think the sequel will be out in time for next December, so probably.
Yeah. I hope Mel Brooke has another win with his what may end up being his final movie. Here's hoping that.
Well, he's not directing or writing it, unfortunately, but acting in it. I'm sure he'll be fine. Doesn't need any makeup as yogurt.
I know. It's just you read all these stories about Dick Van Dyke wanting to play Ebenezer Scrooge one last time. And it's like, get that man next to a microphone and do it as an animated movie ASAP. So, because he can't do it physically. It's like Dick Van Dyke has aged really well for 100 years, but
yeah.
The Gavanna
to play Dark Mother.
Yeah.
No harm in that.
Yeah, this ship, of course, got reused all the time because this was a big.
And so did this shot, I have to say, but yes. Where else was it used?
Yeah, no, this movie was such a big production that they had to reuse as much elements as possible. So when Galactic Wars came, the flagship is used as the main base of the villains. Yeah.
Sky's crawling
Because
with spies.
somehow
Expect the guy
the
to have a closer,
Gavanas
but
came
she's blown
back,
up.
Brayton.
Maybe we should tell the police.
I recall
sure.
that. There's a lot of
Do that
footage
to
of it
find
like
them know we were
floating
horsing around in
over
prohibited area.
when they blew up like a
Ever
power
since the
plant
3
or
years
something.
of space
And
plane.
I should say the
Must
only
be so
version of any
terrible
of that I saw was
that
sort
we
of the
caused
space arc
trouble.
with you,
Mhm.
which was
Trouble
the
is right.
three
We almost got killed
B's
because of
dub
you. You
or
understand
whoever
that?
dubbed that fucking
Jack, get
travesty.
off my
The
back.
same people who did
Hey,
The Brain 17.
Brain 17. Yeah, and I don't know because I want to say that Brain 17 is a little more humorous, but then again, some of the lines that they give people in the sort of the space arc compilation film is just unbelievable.
Jack, will you cut it out?
Maybe
It's
she's
just
watching
impossible.
over us.
You leave me alone, will you?
Huh?
Be enough.
Maybe we'll get
Hey,
some
where'd you go, guys? Where are you walking? Leave me out here.
Let's get
Come
some
on, I was
banana
getting a little
daiquiris.
philosophical. Yeah, some banana daiquiris. Oh God,
My
you
lord,
can't ever
my lord,
introduce.
please forgive me. Die.
And his
Oh wait, no, I was gonna. His beard is the fake is from Brain 17. That's.
His beard is a fake.
I got you.
You know, it's so sad. I love the 3B dubs for just how weird they are, and I think they like Brain 17 is a masterpiece in my opinion. But that's a whole different commentary.
Hurt those who are going to
Yeah, well, I wonder because they're the worst I've ever heard at the same time. But you have to think that some of that was intentional, unlike the Sandy Frank for Kids dub of Giron, which is unforgivable.
Oh, it was absolutely intentional
please take this.
Yeah.
because Brain 17, the original Japanese version, Daitetsusen 17.
Here.
That's totally a full-blown action comedy that's deliberately homaging 1960s kaiju and giant robot fiction. So the comical dub kind of matches it.
No, Roko. You must believe in the glorious seeds. These people are
The
ones
actor
who will
playing
kill
Yuroko is Makoto Sato, who appeared in a lot of Toho movies, usually playing a heavy or a tough guy, and usually in a villainous role. Although there's one really cool crime adventure movie he showed up in where he was actually the lead hero, sort of like a scruffy independent young detective. Unfortunately, I can't remember the name of the movie, and every time I try to look it up, they just give me Japanese titles, so that's like impossible. And this scene, in retrospect, it's actually like I didn't mind this scene as a kid, but in retrospect, it is kind of like the harshest scene in the whole movie: the Gavana's wholesale slaughter of Jerusians.
Yeah, you would blame this on being an Italian film at this point, wouldn't you? If they weren't Japanese. A Death Stalker film or something. I don't know.
I know. No, the Italians get pretty ridiculous when it comes to like if there's a village in an Italian movie at this time, yeah, it's gonna die.
What a ruthless laser tag gang.
But yeah, the fact that because there was a lot of really violent movies in the 70s in Japan because Japanese television and theaters were not doing too well.
Our planet was
So there was a lot of exploitation elements
Until the
in
Gavanas
Japanese
are
films.
okay.
That's why Legend of Dinosaurs is more of a horror movie with a bit of sex thrown in.
men,
Right.
women, and children.
So even though in this movie is more or less family friendly, I do
They were
appreciate
fighting,
they
they
throw
died.
in that level of darkness
They held
to
out
show
to
just
the
how
bitter
bad the
end.
Gavanas can be.
Yes, they died.
Granted, though, I will say
They were
after
heroes.
watching a couple episodes of
Not a single
Galactic
one went over
Wars,
to the
since it's
enemy camp.
all available on Amazon Prime, the whole
Crushed by
series,
the
all 29
Gavanas.
episodes,
We made a
the
lasting
wholesale
pledge
slaughter of
to the
villages get a
Jerusian
little
god,
ridiculous
Leon.
after a couple episodes.
You think Shusuke Kaneko was a fan of this
This
film?
is what he said.
Why'd you say that?
8 will find the holy
Well,
Leon.
because Hideo Yamamoto appears in both. That's why.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Now you know everything.
Of course, that's the only
Our
reason.
planet's future depends on
And
you.
the actress playing Esmeralda
great
is
sacrifice.
Yutsuko Shihomi. Oh, hold on. Wow, that's the scariest Wikipedia picture ever. She must be one of those.
Well, I'm
actresses.
looking at this right now, and I kind of want a POV, her POV, and it goes around each individual person, like the beginning and endings of that '70s show, when you get all their reactions. Huh?
I need a cigarette.
Besides, we were all born after
Right.
the last space war.
Which one of these guys would be the most
Yeah.
high?
No wars for me.
I think the orange wearing guy would be the Fez of the group, the disco man.
I think that,
Jack.
there's only 8 of us.
Okay, so a quick look
Really
at her
use the Earth
Wikipedia
Force.
page. Itsuko Shihomi is sort of the female Sony Chiba, in the sense that she appeared in. She's an expert martial artist. She appeared in a lot of action movies, both as stars and as secondary roles. So yeah, she's and she trained under Sony Chiba and his stunt crew too. So yeah, she's definitely she's not to be taken lightly.
Oh, I'm looking at it right here. She's in several films called Sister Street Fighter. So that's fun.
Yeah, she's probably the star of those films.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah, and funny thing, I just found this out about Beba 2. Well, I actually do like Beba 2 quite a bit, although I think his English voice is a lot better.
Really?
I don't know. You've seen both versions. What do you prefer?
But don't you think there's like a squeaky win/boo quality to the Japanese Beba?
I was about
Where
to.
it's like.
Okay, I think now
And
that
then you have this one here who talks like this. No more booze.
I don't know. I think it's like Minya's voice is better in all Monsters Attack as opposed to the American version.
I'm sorry, but I'm picturing Jimmy Kimmel's Mexican assistant inside this robot. Yes, Mr. Kimmel.
Good point. It's a good
Hugo or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
it's a good robot design. It's like, yeah, it's still a guy in a suit, but they do a good job making it look like a robot.
Yeah, I mean, it has a gonk quality to it. I don't know. That's kind of endearing. A gonk droid quality.
Yeah, it even looks like the kind of RoboForce toys we used to have as a kid.
Yeah, kind of a pseudo, a cyber sapien kind of dancing robot look to it, I guess. Too.
Yeah. But no, okay, so here's the funny thing. The suit actor for Beba 2 is Isamu Shimizu. But the actress who did the voice of Beba in the original Japanese version, hold on to your asses, Machiko Soga, a.k.a. Rita Repulsa, Witch Bandora herself.
Wow. Woman has range.
I know. Yeah, I think at this point, I think it's safe to say that Machiko Soga is basically like the veteran actress of tokusatsu shows, because she appeared in a lot of stuff.
Time to rule the earth. Time to rule the earth.
Cut to Vic Morrow in gold armor. Ugh.
Why am I dressed like a bat?
I don't get it. Go right into it.
It's the same performance, essentially. He's playing Don Fry in this film.
You're certain?
Don't want to be a part of this.
Okay, I may be getting this character's name wrong, but the old lady is also another drag role, played by Hirohisha Nakata. And yeah, this old lady who can best be described as a backwoods Russian witch in space. Yeah, she's definitely like the most weird and gothic character in the whole movie, though as we see towards the end of her time in this movie, she does oddly become weirdly sympathetic.
Well, you know, I'm going to actually pull out an Uno reverse card here and say that The Empire Strikes Back actually ripped something off from this film, and that is the drag performance to represent the ultimate evil in the world, because in that film, the original version of Emperor Palpatine, before they cast Ian McDermott in Return of the Jedi, was a woman wearing a mask that they then photoshopped ape eyes onto when he appears in that little hologram talking to Vader.
Yeah.
It was a woman playing that part, and I think as Clive Revel is who did the voice originally, who just passed away, I think, a year ago. Yeah, drag performances, awesome evil. You know, they go hand in hand. That's rare though, when an actual woman can play a male part and still be kind of imposing. Because I kind of like that design for the Emperor. I love Ian McDermott to death, but it's kind of more ghoulish and creepy in the original untouched version of just that brief sequence.
Yeah. Considering the sequel series, The Message from Space, has 8 people, I think we just saw evidence that they killed an ape man.
Oh no.
Because yeah, there's an entire planet of 8 people, and that's like, oh god, it's so sad seeing the little kids wear the 8 masks.
I'm very grateful.
There's an air that we're seeing right now, and how this meeting eventually unfolds. There's an air of space sci-fi Texas Chainsaw Massacre to what we're about to see.
Yeah.
This,
oh yeah, especially with the
they come
revelation
across.
of who A-Day's son is, which shocked me when I was watching this earlier with Shay. I never even knew this.
Oh.
Yeah, Hikiroku, Hikiroku, the creepy guy in the big coat.
Roko.
Yeah, I'm just going to spoil it right now. You've seen the movie. Yeah, the big old alien lizard man. It turns out he's not an alien. He's 100% human. He's just freakily deformed because he was born on Pluto.
Oh.
Yeah, so did that happen because the atmosphere affects human DNA, or did poor A-Day get Roger Corman knocked up by an alien monster? What happened?
On Pluto? Who
Yeah.
lives on Pluto?
I don't know.
So that's why we don't make it a planet anymore, because the freaks are there.
Yeah.
It's the sideshow planet.
Yeah, it also looks like frozen cake. But yeah, Hikiroku, yeah. For the longest time, I thought the old lady just adopted a weird alien from Pluto, but no, she gave birth to that, apparently, in the original Japanese dialogue.
Ouch.
And, of course, this
Probably
is...
left a mess down there. Anyway.
Oh! Afterbirth!
No!
Betrayed us.
He hit him right in his cornucopia.
Yeah.
Right in his flower bed.
Put a Mickey in your drink.
This is what happens when character actors are forced to fight for a role. That was Bryan Cranston with the laser gun before he made it big.
Hey.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that.
Okay, a deal's a deal. Let's see.
Hey, he was a tough cookie. We just killed him. Yeah.
Don't mind if I do here. Yeah.
Oh, wow. The American cut actually brightens up this sequence because it is day for night, but it was a lot darker in the Japanese version.
Well, I imagine too that's a restoration type of thing where they made some color changes for the version that I sent you earlier.
Yeah.
Good. That didn't take too long. Sit by
You get
the
that a lot.
fire
Like
and
no
call
restoration of a film is exactly identical. And a lot of times it is, strangely enough, it is the color timing and the color tinting that is first to be shifted around and changed. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the far worse. Like the biggest offender to me, I know that French Connection gets a lot of shit, but that doesn't bother me as much. The editing of the film does bother me where they cut out language and things, but the color doesn't. What bothers me most is there's the famous, brilliant South Korean film, Memories of Murder, which is, the real life serial killer story of the first killer in South Korea. It's a brilliant movie, and the Criterion Collection edition of that film has such beautiful special features, but I don't know what the fuck they did to the color because it is green and dark and pukish. It's horrendous to look at in opposition to the original release of the film. So things can go horribly wrong when films are restored by different distribution companies.
Yeah,
or different boutique labels rather.
Yeah, I have a very similar issue with the audio problems with Battle Creek Brawl, which is this really fun early Jackie Chan movie where he tried to make into America. It co-stars Mako, and it's like a 1920s action romp where it's basically Street Fighters in the 1920s.
Is that the one you talked about wanting to do like an audio cleanup of?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I'm going to try to buy the VHS tape if I can find like a good version of it off eBay. But no, Battle Creek Brawl, or The Big Brawl as it's sometimes known, is actually a really fun, really good movie, I think. But unfortunately, when it was restored, visually it looks fantastic. Audio-wise, it sounds like shit. So, speaking of feeling like shit, poor Esmeralda just got laser beamed.
Yeah, and the poor Pluto child.
Yeah. Yeah, as a kid, I was disappointed because I thought the green monster guy was going to end up joining our heroes, but no. He just gets killed. He's a creepy monster person.
Okay.
That's what you get for being
He's just as Space Jesus made him.
I love all the different sound effects with the different energy, weapons, and technology.
It's fun. Oh! We just paid that off.
And it's weird because in the American version, they deliberately decide to mute some of the music. Like in this scene, the Guvana theme song is playing like dun But yeah, they decide to keep some of the scenes quiet, and it does kind of add a level of dread to it.
Yeah. Until we're immediately fucking drop kicked into this sequence with the spinning Roombas.
Oh, Jack. Yeah, this is.
This looks like the greatest childhood bedroom ever, though. Their little hangout.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of like there was a room outside in the garage that they turned into like my little teenage man cave. And as dark and as scary as it got, it was cool staying up at 3 a.m. and watching movies on TBS.
Well, I imagine when you put on your little light show spiraling, Crimson Weirdo lighting in your room currently, this is what you have to go through before filming starts.
Kind of, yeah. I do have to dance with Peggy Neal here.
The free love movement.
Yeah.
Right before our eyes.
When the battle begins, we can separate the ship into smaller machines and then merge back together again. Oh God, what a machine it could be!
Hey, what a cool idea. I like it a lot.
You idiot.
Saucer separation.
Hey Aaron, what's bothering you?
No, this is something I don't think I've mentioned really much, but the whole subplot about Aaron kind of having feelings for Esmeralda really goes nowhere, other than just a character beat. So.
Now, we don't know where the fuck he came from, right?
Yeah.
After falling down a giant rocky ravine.
I know. I guess the adrenaline got him. The Jerusalem adrenaline kept him going.
Jerusalem's sense of vengeance.
Yeah, and I always thought they were on separate planets, the old woman and her creepy Pluto baby.
Is that true?
I know he died horrifically, but we'll call him the creepy Pluto baby. Because it's funny.
Plutonian.
Plutonian, yeah, that too.
You don't really believe in these silly nuts.
No, it's funny. You mentioned you don't mind the fact that it's like a large cast of like destined heroes, along with the side characters who help out.
Even if it's true,
No, I think that's what makes it unique.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's also a kind of a criticism people have about this movie, saying it's unfocused with so many characters in it.
Alright, so I'm disgusting.
Uh,
I'm a punk.
I think it's a decent.
no,
ensemble.
I think I think, like I said, the flawed individuals becoming whole only when they finally fucking come together. It's interesting, and the old, the one perfect true hero myth is kind of old hat, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and also that's almost like a kind of historical revisionism of like the auteur effect before heroism, because there were so many people working together to make history both better and worse. It wasn't just one guy you put all your blame or praise
And
on.
I like King Arthur, and I like the Arthurian thing when it's done right, but it's just, I don't see any problem in having an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
I saw someone somewhere write a review for this and say, though, that it's kind of like they start out with all of the worst traits of Leia and Han and Luke, and so they're very volatile for most of the film. But then again, the key to the plot is that they do all come together and they get their heads screwed on straight when
even Jack, because
the magnitude of what's going to happen.
Because recently we just saw Jack at his worst. He betrayed somebody willing to kill them for gold. And then it's like, and then lying about, they went in a big spaceship.
Oh, is this? I love this shot coming up. If this is, there it is.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Like, again, it's like credit to this wonderful operatic feeling of the whole movie. And this, the nightmare sequence. I always, it's like, it's obvious that the Liabi seeds are like, this is not just an ordinary nightmare. This is sort of a dark vision of what's to come.
A prophecy.
You lie. Because you are in love with her.
God bless the ambition of Japanese television shows, minus the budget, but it's like when they get to Galactic Wars, they obviously can't afford money for all the silver space paint. So many of the Guvanas are just guys with little triangles under their eyes.
Yeah.
None of the silver paint.
Oh, my bad. I hope I didn't wake anybody.
No, I never noticed it, but apparently these guys really like tomatoes. I could really go for a tomato right now.
I'm going to turn into mutant tomatoes.
And these guys are having a shared dream too with the massacre.
What's the matter? What's the matter, little girl? Huh? What's
Here's the shot I was thinking of. The big. There it is. Surprise.
Right. And I love defiant, doomed mother here.
Yeah. For the frozen young. Oh shit.
If I remade that movie, I think it would have been a cool beat where, like, during the final evacuation, Jack accidentally bumps into the woman, the mother, and her daughter again, and they're both firing lasers next to him. It's like, I know you guys. They
How many
survive, of
paper
course.
puppets would you have made?
For my
If you had
remake of Message
unlimited-
from Space,
Yes, if you have unlimited time.
I would make all the paper puppets. I just have to figure out how many people I can get into a room to pilot them.
Sorry.
I could do
what
a
you
thing.
do is you just get like a really long device, like a giant piece of PVC pipe, and put little sticks on top of it all along the pipe, and then you have like 50 in a row right there.
I know. Okay, so for the Jerusians, I would draw like 50 of them, like running to the ship. So it's like, ah.
Yeah.
And for the Gavanas, I'll just have them all standing in a row with their swords up, going like,
Right, and then place it in front of a giant TV infinity screen and ask me to save it.
yeah. To be fair, the infinity screen actually kind of worked out. It made it look like there was more puppets there than usual. Granted, there was like what, 3 Dirty McCruptions, but
and one isn't more than enough.
We'll all get one, you'll see. Take it easy. Be a little patient. You'll get one.
This is one element I guess that does irk me is the jealousy factor that he doesn't have a nut. He's not as chosen as the other one.
yeah. Although now that I see it, I can only gather that Aaron is not only upset and jealous that they got nuts, but Liabi seeds.
No,
but also
nuts.
Yeah. It's like everyone else is happy because Maya's a good girl. Jack and Shiro realize they fucked up big time. Now they got a second chance. Now Aaron is in the pits.
I think you just need to come to terms with sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Nuts from. Oh, that's an alternative title for this movie. Space Nuts.
Far out.
Far out, Space Nuts. Is that show any good?
Are you high?
Maybe.
Apparently, they on that show they have an episode where there's a alien species that are just the creature from the Black Lagoon in Planet of the Apes costumes.
Oh, not
Like
nice.
they have the uniform of the Planet of the Apes, but the masks of like the old Don Post Gillman masks that they used for Uncle Gil on the Munsters.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I've been getting a hankering for watching some Sid and Marty Krofft.
I'm just glad you didn't say you've been getting a hard on for Sid and Marty Krofft.
My only desire was
That's
to
something
keep
for you to
the
take up with a doctor.
beautiful,
Oh
subtle,
no!
and
I saw the mark.
I think we were kind of pointing at though earlier with
had no
Shinichi
chance to win,
Wakasa's
yet you
the
refused
work on the costumes
to
and stuff.
surrender.
I don't know. I do really love the. I love their set design, and I love this ship, and I love the big ballrooms and the red carpeting and that whole color scheme. I
Mhm.
think they really got it going on in terms of interior decoration on this Evil Society's battleship here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, they definitely spent money on the big sets, especially with the Gavana's fortress here. So
Take her away.
I'm glad he didn't do kind of he didn't pull a Clytus pervy move on her. Is one positive, I guess, to this capturing.
yeah, okay, we like Ming and his staff, but yeah, they get a little too pervy for even me.
A little too touchy.
Mhm. Your daughter's been a bad girl. All right, Clytus, you can have her. Yes.
Creature capable of thought.
Weird cyborg guys working the station. You want to watch?
Very good.
Yes, sir.
There is life in the soul.
Maybe I should say this for off stream, but I auditioned to play the role of Clytus in a not safe for work voiceover gig thing.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is quite a while ago. It's like
Yeah.
several years ago. But
well, Clytus
I
is
did
cool.
try.
So even if you were like doing like burlesque guest appearances. That's okay. I want to play Clytus. I wish I was thinner. This is probably one.
And
Yeah,
this is the tender moment.
yeah. This is a scene that lives absolutely rent free. This is probably like it's so weirdly
Boy, she
poetic.
was dreaming of the first Ice Age movie.
Oh my God! This old woman was the baby.
Oh,
No wonder her baby looks so weird. Age of the dinosaur.
that baby looks just like David Gorzard Hernandez.
Oh. But yeah,
If you
no,
go
it's-
back and look, it does.
It's such a strangely bittersweet sequence. It's like this old. I don't want to call her the H word, hag.
This old dried apple head here.
Yeah, it's like she's dying, and in her final moments, she dreams of her childhood on Earth. So, like I said, she's like you said, she is like a backwoods gothic Texas Chainsaw Massacre type character. But it's like you feel obviously sorry for her towards the end. And while this is happening, Roxaya is just utterly falling in love with Earth and its postcards.
If we continue,
Yeah,
it may cost her her
they
life.
stuck you in.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
And the callousness too. It's like I don't know if this movie has a lot to say about imperialism and kind of the darker colonialism and all that, but the fact that he just callously and not with a second thought lets this woman die just so we can see more of Earth. And of course he poetically talks about it.
Never before have
Here
I
we
seen such a beautiful planet. What do you call it?
Earth. It turns around the sun. It's the third planet.
A beautiful planet.
John Lithgow's there. On
You can
that
s-
third rock.
You can see him floating around the Earth.
Wow.
I want to do Santa Claus the movie, but we'll do that next year. Why?
I was in Earth in 1972. It wasn't that great.
Mother, not now.
Only suitable place for the Grand Palace.
I got hooked up with your father
No, I don't want to hear how you and Ernest Borgnine hooked up.
If you're able to manage
at an
that,
Electric
you'll
Light
be
Orchestra
the
concert.
No!
King of kings throughout the glorious history of the
Okay.
Goliath people.
Why would Ernest Borgnine and Dark Mother be at like an ELO concert? I know it's great music, but
That's something to be talked about in the mysteries of the
I have
70s.
relieved
Oh.
you that
Why wouldn't they be? I don't know.
now
Arthur
you
C.
issue
Clarke
orders
presents
to
Dark
those
Mother's
coming.
Love Life.
For as long as we are masters of a great fortress like this,
You know, weirdly enough, I know that.
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention too, speaking since I've been talking about Star Wars all night. If we could find it, we could definitely show the trailer, the fan trailer that I made for what was it, the last Skywalker, whatever, but I made it with clips from this movie and quotes from this movie, if you recall.
Oh my God! Yeah, if you can find it. It's-
Okay.
now, what's more impressive, a space station built to the size of a small moon, or an entire planet with engines?
Oh my God. The planet, the entire. Oh, well, they copied that in the fucking sequel trilogy too.
Yeah. With
The planet, the Star Killer, or whatever, the Technodrome, whatever it was.
Yeah, but I think there's like a bigger visual and artistic impact with the massive Gavana engines. You know? 'Cause- yeah, no, I totally. I wonder how they did this effect. Did they move the background, or did they just move the set across the background? I wonder.
Or did they move the stars?
Yeah.
Soon, an unidentified planet, moving from the Andromeda Nebula.
And it's so
toward the
fun too
solar
because getting back to the Destiny
was
Trap
reported
trope,
by the
this is
Earth's
all
intergalactic
because
space warning
Jack
system.
screwed
A
over
space hieroglyphic
Uroko.
message was received and decoded by
If he
Earth.
had not done that, the Gavanas would have never found the
Roxana
old
XII
woman.
of
The old
Gavanas
would have never shared her
demanded that
memories of Earth,
become a
and we wouldn't be
tributary
in this
planet of his
position.
empire.
So thanks, Jack.
As a reply, the Earth Federation of Nations
nothing.
sent 3 of its most lethal space carriers to seek and destroy the Gavanas.
Probably stole them from Venezuela. Shoot first, ask questions never. And this scene, yeah, this is a major money shot. Like a lot of models and pyrotechnics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole trench running here, I think, is really cool between the rocks. It's... So Toei had obviously its own division of miniature effects artisans then, right?
Yes.
Who were not related to Tsuburaya whatsoever?
No, it was an independent division, but they did most of their work with historical films, samurai dramas, and of course the Japanese superhero shows. And I know Mock Dent, he had a video up for a while, a sizzle reel, showing the effects artists who worked on this movie. Unfortunately, I can't get their names at the moment. I'm going to do a quick check here. But yeah, no, they were really good at, like, when they had the proper budget and time to do some of these special effects, they could look like as good, if not better, than some of the Toei stuff. Which is funny because, yeah, if you know Super Sentai shows, like the first few episodes, their giant robot fight scenes are just amazing, like equal to film level. But then when they get into a groove, it's just guys running around a cardboard set, literally and figuratively.
Damn!
Yeah, God, I wonder how many effects artists got tans that day. Ah. Uh-oh. What's this? Oh, there we go.
And they shall have it. Launch the attack!
That's another line I love. It's like, yeah, they're okay with all this destruction until something bad happens. It's like, they want war, and they can have it. Launch the attack.
Of course, you realize this means war. War in space!
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so the actor behind the effects work is Nobu Yojima, and he was like a major effects director in 1970s and 80s toy films.
Wow.
Yeah, but no, it's like when it comes to the model work and the pyrotechnics, he's definitely, this is definitely some impressive stuff.
Yeah, and even the optical stuff with the little laser beams and things, I think, are unique, and the sound design. I think it all, and again, if you're a television package person and someone's flipping through the, whoa, Star Wars? Oh, no. But they go back. You see, they always click back and see that. Oh my God, Star Wars is on. This is all very impressive.
Yeah, I always like these two laser towers, so it's like, don't bring an Earthship fight to a gun tower. Gun laser.
Damn. If they had gone around, go around.
It's like a bug zapper, guys.
Oh, the Japanity.
Oh, yeah, that's from Mr. Science Theater.
Prince of Space. It's an all-purpose quote. Well, I guess we're fucked. That's kind of what I've gathered here.
Shocked the Council of the Earth Federation of Nations. The chairman.
Everybody run for man for themselves.
A new Congress was
Also, we're out of
organized
coffee. Oh my God!
Ernest Noguchi as the chairman.
Ernest Noguchi.
Everybody hide in Guatemala.
This is probably the worst set in the whole movie. We barely see it, but yeah, what's with the bathtub and the legs?
I mean, look, this is Earth, though, in comparison to how cool everything else is.
Yeah, I actually think this is a bar on Mars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that explains why he's there. I thought he had gotten homesick. Okay.
How are you?
The big guy in the commander in the white outfit. Yeah, I've seen that actor a lot of time in toy shows, usually playing like a big heavy henchman in various series.
But he's lost weight since then.
Yeah.
I ascend to power because of the governess at the very time they threatened.
The actor playing Ernest Noguchi is Tetsuro Tenba, and he was like a big get for this movie. He's probably, you know how in 70s movies they say special guest star, which makes no sense because Tetsuro Tenba.
It's as if there was. It's as if like it's a Don Rickles situation where they just showed up on set and did a walk on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Tetsuro Tenba was a very well known. A very prolific actor in both Japanese stage, television, and film. So him playing basically the president of Earth here, it's kind of a big deal.
I'm looking at his whatchamacallit, his cast list here. It appears in You Only Live Twice. He's the villain in Harakiri.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, and wasn't he Tiger Tanaka in You Only Live Twice?
I think so.
Oh my goodness!
I told you when we were in school together.
So Tiger Tanaka and General Gruda together at last.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah,
know why
he's
you're
the
one who's
leader, I
chosen.
think, of the samurai
the
temple
only
that
one in the world that
Tatsuya
will
Nakadai
allow
shows up to,
take on a
wanting
giant
to
from the lens.
commit seppuku and tells his story to.
Mm,
That is a get, I would say.
yeah.
Also in Submersion of Japan, which I have only seen a single scene from, but it was magical and majestic as well.
Yeah, no, that's
The very dramatic conversation over pork chops and coffee that occurs, whatever it was, that we had that idea for. It's like just a very dramatic scene of nothing very important, but we cut it together and we edit it like that scene from Submersion of
I'm not
Japan.
in the military anymore.
Oh
I
my
buried my
god.
career.
You remember though, right?
Yeah, I remember,
Was
I
that
remember.
from Submersion of Japan? Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the US version. So,
Yeah. Tidal Wave or whatever it's called.
yeah, Tidal Wave.
What is
Yeah, released by Roger Corman. He edited out pretty much a lot of the intrigue and additional effects sequences to get it 80 minutes. Thank goodness this United Artists did pretty good with this film's release in America. But I keep hearing conflicting reports. Some people say it did pretty decent business. Other people said it was an underperformer, and other people said it was a flop. I highly doubt the last one, though.
Maybe the truth lies somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Idea for the G fans out there: spike Don Fry's drink next time he comes with a glowworm.
I've been chosen to get drunker.
He flies off. He flies off like in a zigzag line and slams Pee Wee Herman style into a sign. Woo, 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 woo.
Why do you think Aaron didn't get one of those
Cut the,
motorcycles?
cut the Boo, Slime Ball, and Kano Brands just like fishing on an alien planet. This is nice. It's very quiet. And then he just comes in and like bum rushes all of them. It's like,
oh.
I cannot stay here. I must go and search for the Liabi Bridge.
Now, even though in this movie is a lot better constructed than people give it credit for, I do have to admit there is a bit of there's a contrived plot point here where, for no reason, after he just visits the world's biggest celery store, Jack gets kidnapped by the Gavanas for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't even think they know he's one of the Yabi Braves.
Shiro, what's the matter?
I'll put this away.
Why don't you just change your mind? Give us a hand.
Don't bother me. Why don't you change your mind? You think you look like a brave warrior or something? Just believe in fairy tales.
Look, Aaron, we all know how you really feel.
We all know you love dressing like Super Dave.
What are you talking about? I'm just not getting involved in this craziness like you guys, all right?
That's why Dave always,
just
Super
going to
Dave's
sleep.
always explodes at the end of his
just get off
episodes.
my
He's a
back.
big fan of this movie.
Come on, Aaron.
Don't worry, the stunt will go even more explosive. Ugh. God, that was like one of the last variety shows that still existed in the early 90s.
He's still around, right, Super Dave? He's still with us? He hasn't exploded?
I think I think the actor's no longer with us.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
oh, great. Now we're gonna look up whether or not Super Dave is still with us or not.
He passed away in 2019. Damn it!
Oh, fairly close. He was around for a long time.
Yeah, and not by a horrific circumstance, I guess.
Yeah.
That's fine.
See, yeah,
The poor guy.
yeah, Yuroko is not having a good week, and it ties
No.
into his ultimate fate too. So
Every time he appears in a new scene, he should show up with a new cast.
until at the end of the movie, he's just a mummy.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna blow this planet up. Rocco, I know you can
The
barely
main
walk.
problem and contrivance here being who would want him.
Yeah.
That guy.
Hey! Now where you going?
I got Jack. What are we supposed to do? Stand there and forget it?
You can't go alone. Are you
There's probably a
crazy?
deleted scene where Jack meets with Roxea and Dark Mother, and like they give him a gift basket. Thank you for showing us where Earth is. You screwed up.
You got it.
My nut fell
Way
out.
to go, buddy. I knew you'd get one.
Are you sure that's not Jack? He just fell out of his pocket when he was teleported.
Together. Come on, Aaron. Get your ship ready.
That would be a
We
really
want him on our side, okay? Let him believe.
Uh-huh. Now, this is something I kind of joked around in the previous commentaries, but I want to get your opinion. They finally decide to become heroes. They're on their way to save the day. So when the seed,
They're horribly outmatched.
yes, but they're ready to die for the right causes. But then when the
Frozen
seed,
yogurt.
yes, but when Maya's Liabi seed goes out of control and forces them to crash,
Okay.
it's funny when you think about it. It's like they finally choose to be good guys, so they get a reward, and like a Pokemon trainer, they get a Pikachu in the form of Hans, a real hero who's been waiting off screen for his shot.
Roger.
That's cute. Oh, my fucking eye! Oh, my fucking eye! Oh, God! And so much for our prophecy.
Oh yeah, we just like, if we were complete bastards, the minute that shit,
You know, if we were bastards, we could cut this in. You know, like that the scene from Big Lebowski where he throws his boobie and it like burns his crotch. Just cut in the CCR playing in the background. Oh fuck, man! Oh shit! do, looking out my back door.
right?
They've landed on Mars.
Yeah. No, this is supposed. Everyone brings that up. No, this is supposed to be a completely different
Where do you
planet.
think we are?
Hey, it looks like Mars. I've been there.
I
Okay.
think this planet is
There's life on Mars, you
part
know.
of the Bernardi star system.
Just off screen, there's a very confused
still
rat
can't
bat
figure
spider
out why
crab
the
wondering who
Liabi
these
seeds
people are now.
I don't know.
Hi, I'm here with the message from space.
And of course, this scene, I remember both of us laughing like hell. I was okay with it as a kid. It's like, ooh, new character. But yeah, this is just totally random.
Oh shit! It's Custard. He's back for his revenge.
Hello, I'm here with the message from space.
I'm here with the message from Space Party. Look, I just want a seat, okay? It's a full night.
Oddly enough, I
in
think
this long run. Oh!
and
You gotta
Hans is
admire
like, I
the
don't know
fighting
who-
spirit.
Yeah.
Cut it out! Stop it! All right.
Oh, Rocco.
Who are you? Bandits? Speak. Before you die.
Wait! He's a Liabe Brave, too!
Thank God everyone's wearing jewelry in this movie.
Yeah.
I am Prince Hans.
So I know you haven't seen Rosemary's Baby, but everyone's sporting like a what's it called? Fucking tan root or whatever it's called. They're gonna summon the demon together.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Rosemary's Baby.
My friends, I will follow the will.
You don't want to see the baby, but you want to see the film.
Yeah.
We never see the baby, but it's implied.
Do you realize you will be fighting your own?
I want to see the baby Minya.
The fate of the
See.
universe hangs in the success of the Liabi mission. I shall do what I know I must do.
You know, it's fun in Legend of the Eight Samurais. One of the heroes who was chosen is actually a sub-general of the villains, who, after realizing his destiny, decides to join our heroes and make up for his past
Now off to
crimes.
Jerusalem.
Hans is very reminiscent of that. I guess that there's probably a character in the original Hikenden who was a bad guy who ends up going with the heroes.
Why do I hunger?
Han's helmet reminds me of like the Steve Martin arrow through the head, but it's like he got a French horn through the head. Find that fun. An alpine horn.
And of course, we'd be amiss not to mention that Hans is played by the great Sonny Chiba.
Sonny Chiba, yes.
Yes. So yeah, he was a get for this movie because during the 70s, yeah, after the Street Fighter films he made, he was pretty much like Japan's #1 action hero.
Forces, they'll surrender tomorrow.
Quick, get me Space Chief.
We have just sighted an Earthship. They request an audience, Your Majesty.
Oh yeah, Hans does a lot more than Space Chief. At least people can it's like even when Vic Morrow says, "Who's this man?" You know he exists.
He's just surprised to see him. You know, like, whoa, look, you guys didn't tell me about the fucking Viking, okay?
No,
This is a great scene, this whole thing here. You know, Vic Morrow's, he doesn't phone it in. I'll say that. The character, it's kind of hard to, with characters like this, where they spend half the time very lethargic and kind of in a drunken stupor or in a baked haze. Like you look at, in Jackie Brown, Robert De Niro basically he plays a character named Lewis who basically just is Robert De Niro, but with no energy or effort. So it's kind of hard to point out, is it a brilliant performance, or did he just show up and say this will be a quick payday?
Yeah.
I will say that Morrow, he's putting in a performance.
Oh yeah, no,
He cares about what he's saying.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because the character, I always liked General Garuda, and I always saw him as a general who's become so disenchanted with the world that, yeah, it's like when he's given a second chance to see destiny and is urged by his friend Noguchi, Ernest Noguchi, which again, the destiny trap wraps around everybody. They fail in destroying the Gavanas, and Ernest Noguchi becomes the hero and convinces General Garuda to join in. But yeah, no, Vic Morrow, this scene where he generally is disgusted at just like the disrespect the Gavanas are giving this otherwise useless Jack character.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Why'd you single out me?
Citizen of my planet.
Because you've been playing the main Gavana henchman throughout the whole movie, Lars. Lazar.
Wait, just a moment.
I want to believe that the glove throwing was an
You
improv.
are here as Earth's special envoy.
It just seems like that
You
kind of
have
actor.
behaved
But no,
in
I
an
think Vic
insulting
Morrow's
manner,
performance, it's
General.
one of the great
No, I haven't.
Western actor transplant performances in a Japanese sci-fi film that I've
Yeah.
seen.
According to our law, I have the right to challenge. If it is refused, then this man and everything he stands for will be dishonored.
All right, you can challenge. Lazar, accept him.
Sire!
Take him as your
The
bride.
Z guns are loaded with a single charge. You will
Oh
start
shit,
back-to-back.
extreme duck hunt
Then
action.
You will turn around.
That
and
explains the
you will
deleted character, a giant digital dog who just laughed.
Yeah, people don't know this. This was the deleted ending for Bad News Bears.
Nice.
Him and Vic Morrow and Walter Matthau. This is how they settled it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So the script,
Dishonor on you.
yes, the script for this movie, the story was done by Kenji Fukasaku. So yeah, of course he threw in a lot of his love for samurai movies and old world adventures into this one. But also the one and only Shotaro Ishimori was a big influence both in the production design and writing the story. And if you don't know who that is, he is the world record holder for being the singular most prolific mangaka, aka manga writer and artist in all of the world. And he is the man behind the creation of Kamen Rider, Go Ranger, Cyborg 009, and Dietitian.
Is he a founder of his own
173.
religion in the same like L. Ron Hubbard type of way where, oh, well, I've written so much bullshit?
No, but yeah, if there's a famous Japanese superhero character from the 70s, Ishimori probably created it. Even Brain 17 is an Ishimori work.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Granted, though, considering that this is a Shotaro Ishimori joint, yeah, the fact that the movie is fairly lighthearted and doesn't end with everyone dying at the end is greatly grateful. Greatly appreciated.
Mobilize their forces, even knowing they
We're
don't
grateful
win.
for it.
Yes.
And in the end, the Earth will be destroyed. Yes, that green planet will become a barren desert like
Blow.
Georgia. So, Your Highness, the Earth Federation has sent me to ask you.
The intention was good.
Yeah.
Time
I
so
hate
we
to say,
round
now
up
that
these
I know
radical
that color
forces.
blindness is a lot more commonplace,
our citizens for
is that
peaceful
why everyone just calls the Earth green and not blue? I know, Roxaya, weird, huh?
That was well done.
I love that
Time for
line,
its
too.
counterattack. Very
Good
well
acting,
done.
Vicky.
You talked so well you almost had me taken in, but not well enough. It's true. The Earth is too
That's
lucky.
right. Tell him, Sonny.
Oh yeah,
Throw
Dark
your
Mother's like,
glove at
Let's
him.
consider it satellite. I'll destroy the moon.
as a kid, this part actually freaked me out, where he just randomly destroys the moon. Because
you thought then, oh my god, that could happen? The moon could explode?
Well, that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of science fiction films before and after where you see whole planets and civilizations get destroyed, but they were always like fantasy worlds that were disconnected from anything you know in real life. So the fact that this fictional supervillain, Roxaya, just blows up the moon, the thing I can see outside, it's like, holy shit, you can do that in a movie?
Yeah.
Now go.
Granted, in real life, though, if you blew up the moon, there'd be so much trouble.
Right there in River City.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forget, do we see the negative effects of said moon blowing upping on Earth?
No, it's one of those science fiction. Like, I know Mr. DeGrasse would be really pissed off right about now. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
This is a travesty.
this is even worse than the black hole. Wagging his finger.
Both of them.
Yes, Master.
Nuh-uh,
Oh,
no way.
That meme of his, like racing the room.
Ain't gonna touch that.
Gavanas, we're going back.
I like his outfit.
Understood.
If you're going to be an ambassador to an alien empire, you got to look the part.
Love it. Love it.
General Garuda, why are you in uniform?
Well, Lieutenant
Well,
Big and
Chairman, the Goji
Beefy.
Don Quixote has returned.
Don Quixote has returned, sir? I don't get it.
Don't worry about it. He'll know what I mean.
Once Terry Gilliam gets off his ass and makes it.
I'm trying, okay?
It's very rainy here.
I know he eventually
Johnny
filmed
Depp
the...
just ate a camel. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know he eventually did finish the movie, but it's not
Yeah.
good from my understanding.
I hear it's okay.
Do not come.
I don't know. It's a goodwill pass you have to give him on it, though.
Yeah.
Family, I'll be
That
mad
it
too.
finally fucking got made.
Yeah. Oh, Jack. He's trying.
There's no way we can get close without being seen. Do you have any ideas?
Just let us handle it. We already have plans, right?
Right. Let's go. Okay.
If only drag racers were this brilliant in real life. You know how many evil organizations they'd be able to outsmart?
This is Shiro. I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
You know,
Okay.
I have to admit, as much as I love Japanese superheroes and science fiction, story writing wise, it's very much like American comic books. Like, there's really no intelligence or cleverness to it. It's just punch them
No,
really
caution
hard, see
is
what
just
happens.
thrown to the wind and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
no
and-
consequence.
Yeah, and yet here it's actually a fairly brilliant plan. They're using their skills as basically intergalactic drag racers to pretend that they're a fallen meteorite in order to avoid the Gavana's satellites or radar. That little sound effect lives free.
The bink, dink, bink.
Yeah.
Crashed. A meteorite is what it seems to be.
A really bitchin' one.
Cool.
Boss!
Tow a turbulent thrusher pipes. Oh my.
Cowabunga, mother.
Birds now.
Okay, that's enough. All of you damn Gavana, stop eating your sugar.
Interlock complete.
And I know this spaceship, even knowing the war in space has a bigger cult following, I know that Japanese model makers and collectors absolutely adore this ship. Because they've done so many different models of it, and it's like you go to Twitter, and like once a month, I swear, like a new person has like created their own version of the ship. Isn't really given a proper name in the movie, but in the television series, it's called the Liabe, named after the Liabe seeds.
You know, who I envy most out of any of these kind of productions are not the actors, not the special effects makers, not anybody working on the film, but the children of said special effects makers who inherit these fucking things when they're done with them.
Oh, like Ray Harryhausen's daughter, and how Guanji was like her teddy bear for a couple of
Yeah,
months.
here, just have this. I don't know what to do with it. It's Barney the dinosaur.
Guanji is purple, so it makes sense.
Yep. Yeah.
General.
So you decided to come?
Yes.
Okay, it's your opinion as
Who
a
is this
racer.
man?
He's also one of the Liapi Brave.
It's a good
I have
question to
questions.
ask.
Welcome. An honor.
It's a sensible one.
Well, it looks like the 6 of us been chosen to go, right, baby?
2 more to find, but no robots included in deal. Too bad.
That's all right. You go with me.
You know, you. I don't. I think my Gabe has made the joke about, you know, in this movie you can either ship General Garuda with Beba, or you can ship Jack with Beba too.
Either way, it's a little sickening to envision.
Mm-hmm. It's platonic short stack love. Although, okay, now thinking about it, yeah, General Garuda and Beba 2 are like an arguing married couple, aren't they?
I don't know. I think Beba's just his designated driver.
But it is closely watched. The only way to defeat the Gavanas is to destroy their ability to generate power. No one has ever succeeded.
If we blow up the furnaces, the towers will be destroyed. So will your planet.
I know, but we do not.
What other choice do we have?
Those reactors.
I love the
must
acting
be
from
destroyed.
Yuroko there. It's like this is the part where he cracks.
No, Roko. Listen to me.
Makoto Sato.
I know. It's hard to understand, but we have to destroy our planet. That's the only
Can you
way.
wrap your bush around that?
We can also destroy the Gavanas.
That's a bush.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree? You all agree, huh? Why must he destroy Jerusalem?
I think he's certainly the one with the most dramatic cyclical arc through the movie too.
Yeah, I
How
wanted
he
to...
comes back around at the end.
Yeah, because I do want to ask you about the ultimate fate of Yuroko. But yeah, no, I like when I was a kid, I had no idea Roko would end up. I know he's pissed off, but I honestly was shocked when he comes back as a traitor for however brief. But yeah, no, it's like having watched this movie so often, yeah, I totally know where he's coming from. It's like he's had a horrible week. He's seen probably hundreds of loved ones and friends die. He just wanted to get his planet back, and now they're going to destroy it. Like granted, in the original Japanese dialogue, they make it clear that if Rogzea gets the Earth, they'll be in a good position to basically conquer the rest of the universe. And as Hans will say, as allude to later, Rogzea's and the Gavana's crimes are multitude across the universe.
What did he say, 10 meters in diameter?
But yeah, it's like to sacrifice your destroyed homeworld and what's left of there's people's hope just to, save Earth, the place where Jack comes from.
Now, the Gavanas would
Fuck
never
that.
think anyone would be nuts enough to try and fly a spaceship right into their castle.
Wait, I'm better now. No one cares, Jack.
That tunnel is only 10 meters side to side. One mistake and you've had it.
Hey,
This is the part that every Star Wars fan who either loves or hates this movie always brings up. The trench run.
and anyway, we got no other choice.
No, I think it's impressively pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why they were chosen by the Leader seeds. All right.
And he couldn't quite get the name right, the Liabe seeds.
Bless him. Bless him.
It's regional. That's what Lucas says.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you mispronounce my bullshit.
I know. I've seen enough science fiction shows where the same actor plays multiple, like they're all saying the same stuff, but some pronounce it different than others. Matt Smith can't say Metabelius 3. Metabius 3. I'm happy the robot got a little seed, but what other than helping people get on board the ship and probably shooting a couple of Gavanas on the way. Yeah, it just feels like they just gave him like a participant prize. What is it? What do they call it?
Oh yeah, participant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe Beba needs to be there to protect Jack.
Who's the 8?
Here.
Drop your weapon!
Drop your nuts.
Your weapon!
Put your weapons down. Put them down.
Forward!
Okay, I'm going to mention it now before the big climax happens and everything goes from 1 to 11. Yoroko's ultimate fate. It's weird because had he not betrayed them, he wouldn't have gotten all these different fighters and heroes into the fortress itself and reunite with the princess. Which, of course, makes things way easier for their final plan to unfold. So with that said, do you think, like, the Liabes kind of, like, in kind of a dark way, kind of twisted his fate in order for this to happen? Him becoming the sacrificial lamb of the 8 heroes?
As well as these 4 young Earthmen. We know that you people were chosen.
I don't know, but I don't think in a cruel or manipulative way. Like
I knew you would come.
I think.
I know.
I don't know. It's interesting. I think the sacrifice that he does have, the arc that he does have, it's interesting because he's not redeemed when he goes back on his little betrayal. But and by the way, Kaiju, we're staying right here. He's not redeemed, and he doesn't get to see the future that he helps, in saving or creating or whatever. But I think I think that the Liabi seed at the end, recognizing him before he dies, still feels less like destiny choosing these several people that the seeds had at the start, and more like destiny kind of just catching up to someone who embodies more of what the destiny was. Yeah, I don't know. I think Oroku is that Oroku, Oroka, or Yuriko, whatever. Like I said, I think he has the strongest kind of the core to the character in the movie, and yeah, I don't know, his sacrifice kind of feels freely chosen, so I don't think it's much of a sacrificial lamb type of situation. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because when he sees all the Liabi seeds glow, it does seem like he comes to peace and knows what he has to do.
Yeah.
Just hope for a miracle.
And like I mentioned earlier, this story was written by Shotaro Ishimori, and he definitely loved doing tragic heroes at the end of all his stories. Like Cyborg 009 ends with like one of the most famous tragic endings in all of Japanese fiction.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Yoroko very much feels like a classic Ishimori character.
Rocco! Liabi gods have chosen even robot-like Beba.
Oh, maybe the reason Beta got chosen was just to kind of show Yoroko, hey, buddy. There's hope.
Yeah. Because with his character, is he a big believer anyway in all of this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like his loyalty to the homeworld and all that. So yeah, I think he's come to realize this terrible mistake here.
I'm losing patience. Kill him.
Shut up, giant hologram. And this line.
Traitor is a traitor.
It's like, I'm a traitor already, so might as well play double agent.
Damn it, you broke my Tupac hologram.
You know how expensive that was? Mother got me that for Christmas.
And this is, as you so eloquently put it, the all shit going to hell, hell breaking loose.
Yeah, exactly.
Set piece of the film.
Because, like, before Rocco gets shot by that one guard, he probably took out like 20 to 50 people with that laser gun. So yeah, it was easy for everyone to just grab guns left and right.
Rocco!
Oh yeah, and the fact that the Liabi seed was hiding there the whole time, that's like stage magic there.
You're the 8th chosen one, Rocco.
A message of the gods to tell you that now we cannot lose.
Yes.
Yeah, again, I don't know. It's not. I just feel like his little outcome at the end was a little less destined by everyone else, and it was that final push back to the light side, as it were, that showed that he was finally worthy. But no, the point with all of this, Raf, the goal here, or the lesson to take from all of this is, you have snipers and shooters and sharpshooters with precision aim, and then you have people with no aim. And guess what? You kill a lot more people when you don't aim, but some of them may be your own.
Only hurt when laughed.
They're not aiming at all. They're not stopping to aim at all.
Right. Yeah, the Gavanas are like, we're not used to them when they shoot back. And
then like, Sonny Chiba mowing down half of them.
I know. It's like, I know lightsabers are like the great weapons of all time history.
Shit, coming through. I'm going to the fridge. Don't mind me.
Close up the gate, please. Thank you.
Open the blast doors.
Oh, I see Ishimori's art gallery is in effect here.
Great.
Oh, he probably did.
I saw issue 3 of Draco Azul there. I'm not sure. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's like Rankin Bass also came in with some Roxaya artwork.
God.
Where there's a whip, there's me. 1, 2, 1. I love these old toy shows where if they need to create a futuristic vehicle, they just dress up a van or a Jeep. Boom. Tank.
Well, and you shoot it in, good handheld, shaky camera there. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in.
I gotta admit, though,
you obscure it with pyrotechnics.
It's like we're so disenchanted with shaky cam these days, especially how bad it usually is handled. And yet with these old Japanese these Asian action films, particularly from Japan and Hong Kong, like somehow they're able to do the shaky cam, but you still have some idea what's going on. Or at least that's what I want to think. What do you think?
I don't know. You lay these upon virgin eyes. I don't know if they're going to quite comprehend it the first go around.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's been bastardized and abused so long to represent. I mean, it was always the purpose of shaky cam, handheld camera, was to subconsciously hint towards, you know, a kinetic kind of energy, and, you know, the things going to hell, and you know, a realistic angle. It's just been so abused over time that, you know, you just have to put yourself in the position of, oh, once upon a time, you could make your film 10 more times exciting if literally you just moved the camera erratically. And that was big.
Yeah.
A simple trick, a simple in-camera special effect was just shaking it. I think it's great, though, especially with, you know, they didn't use it obviously in that shot, but when you're using model effects and things, it does help not only to, you know, hide lesser than effects or sort of, you know, distract you from seeing the strings, but if you're shaking the camera within model effects, it does help kind of just give the whole thing more movement, or the appearance of movement with flying, you know, vehicles and things of that nature.
Oh yeah, especially when the camera's actually following the models. Like
yeah, when it's trailing behind.
Yeah.
What you want in your shot is more movement, and the more of that you can get in camera at the time is makes it more effective and more just exciting and less sort of like you're just a passive observer watching people, you know, with fishing line.
Yeah.
And this poor old fuck, he's the sacrificial lamb if you're going to point anybody else.
Indeed. Well, some of these extras too, but...
Well,
I do appreciate that the Jerusians are always in, like, breeding numbers, no matter how many of them get killed throughout this movie. It's like we saw them get nuked out, and they were okay in the next scene.
And she kicks a little ass herself, you know, Miss Sister Street Fighter.
Yeah. And getting back to Kentaro Moroko's music, it's not in this scene, but yeah, it's very, like you said, it's very, like, opulent and grandiose, and definitely adds, like, major flavor to the movie. Like, I know Cool Ass Cinema, their article review on the movie actually praised the soundtrack, saying it's, like, very much like Italian movies around this era. It's like the soundtrack does a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
You know? Although, again, like, interestingly enough, the American International version, I think they got rid of a lot of the music just to kind of keep some scenes more atmospheric, like here with the fight scene. But they also did a really good job with the Dolby surround sound, and adding some additional sound effects too.
How does that even work?
Yeah, I love the fact that they're not only like regular, like
Rufio.
This is a great scene.
Traitor Roxea. Who killed my parents. Who stole the throne of Gavanas. Who caused massacres and bred fear throughout the universe. A dog that deserves to die. Die!
No, okay.
I know the
You didn't
dialogue.
even hit us with an Inigo Montoya there or anything.
Yeah. No, I love that Hans is not just avenging the death of his family and his birthright, but he's also all the worlds that the Gavanas have ruined.
Yes, and all water coolers everywhere.
Oh yeah. So no, the funny thing about Sony Chiba, yeah, okay. Roxea's gonna get it really bad. This is like one of the all-time great bad guy deaths in a Japanese science fiction.
Yeah.
Because it's
It's
like,
an impressive little sword fight they have, though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's because Sony Chiba and the actor who plays Roxea, they've Naraka Mikiko.
Oh, you've come back!
Oh. That's a thing you don't notice the first viewing, that, yeah, not only does he get stabbed in the forehead with an electrified sword, but he falls like 200 feet, 300, 400 feet on top to his grandmother, his mama, and blows up.
And that was the original ending of the game, as it turned out.
Oh, nice. He took everyone out with him.
Watch out!
Okay.
And the
Yeah, watching that back, I would too. My God.
Yeah.
But no, I think this is cool. I think anything with the little trench running that they do is pretty well handled. Obviously, see, a lot of this is the POV stuff is straight from Star Wars of them going through the trenches of the Death Star.
Yeah.
But it works here.
You even see the like with these newer copies, you kind of see the strings in some of the scenes, but for the most part, yeah, you're right. It's very kinetic and very action.
I don't mind. Strings don't bother me. Strings never bother me because if anything, they remind me that this was all handmade, and I'm more focused in looking at all the details of the actual, surface action and the effects work itself on the ships.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. So I'm never bothered by strings. There's a lot of explosions also going around to help distract you.
Exactly.
And holy shit, they just split the Earth open, or this planet, aka this ship.
Now, just a quick question. Yeah, originally Dark Mother in the original scripts, and they actually did film some footage that's unfortunately never been released in full. She was supposed to survive long enough to actually be piloting a giant robot claw to try to get our heroes at the end. They replaced that with the Gavana flagship, because apparently, from what I understand, the giant robot claw effect wasn't working very well. Do you think that would have been a way cooler ending? Just have Dark Mother like one last?
No, because it would rob me of the death of her someone exploding on her.
I know. What's funny is that not to go too much into spoilers, but in Legend of the Eight Samurais, they tried to repeat the gag again, but this time with like the most pissed off boulder in history.
Oh my God. Holy shit, the presses!
Is everyone here?
Princess, the master.
I'll get on board!
This is the scene that either makes it or breaks it for most people. Like his sacrifice. Was it necessary?
he you know what the kids call it these days is main character syndrome? I believe is what this man here has.
I know. It's
what a show off. Oh, you just had to take your shirt off and make it all about you, didn't you?
And of course, in the dub version, they changed the dialogue. Yeah, they changed the dialogue where instead of her just screaming "grandfather" one last time before he dies, she screams, "Get on the ship!"
There you will establish a civilization where joy and
That or Kato here watched the Titanic, and he loved that scene with the old couple holding each other while the water comes in.
It would have been so much better though if the ground had cracked open amidst his goodbye speech. I had more to say.
Damn it, grandfather! You always have to be in the center of attention, don't you?
You always have to make it about you, don't you?
You know,
Galaxy Quest, come on.
Yeah, you know what would be even dumber? It's like when the planet explodes, they just have Kato like on the green screen effect, like flying at the camera, like
Eric, over there. Okay,
how could there be anything left?
Yeah, my reaction is like, oh, this damn ship. Because, yeah, it's like these three teenagers, their arch nemesis were not Roxea or Dark Mother. It was this damn Gavana flagship throughout the whole movie. This is their white whale. And it says a lot to their characters, too, that they don't realize, they have no idea that the Yabi seeds are going to grant one last miracle and save their lives. They were ready to basically commit a kamikaze. Granted, they leave the ship at the last moment, but where are they going to land? Where are they going to parachute? The whole place is blown up. Oh. And this is gorgeous. This is just absolutely beautiful, the way they did the model effect and then the fire here.
Makes you tear up.
Yeah.
There goes a damn good antagonist.
Yeah, right there. Keto should have just flew to the screen like, oh! Like the reverse of high anxiety instead of Mel Brooks like falling. Yeah. It's like
waking up.
General Garuda's silver beret there. Yay or nay?
Poppy seeds have worked their miracle. To all of you here,
It goes with the thermal uniform that he's wearing, I
you are
guess.
indeed brave heroes.
And that's another thing that, okay, the ending, I just adore the ending because it's something that even as a kid I didn't expect, because usually in these science fiction movies, the Earth is saved and that's all that matters. But the fact that our heroes, they decide that after saving basically the universe and the Earth, they're going to go with the Jerusians and help them out rebuild a new world. So I guess the lobby seeds knew exactly who they were trying to get, because yeah, these people are in it for the long run.
Oh, great one. We thank you so much.
Whether they like it or not.
Find another new
Oh god, I
planet
hate to
of our
think
own
that every
space.
character in Galactic Wars are
And
just
try once
descendants
again
of
to
Jack.
Let us talk about the questionable race politics of the Wookiee not getting a medal, but the robot receiving a Liabi seed.
Well, message from Space treats its robots a little better. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't watch the Han Solo movie without it's like,
Oh yeah, that's never really been brought up before. R2 should have got a fucking medal.
yeah.
He was Luke's co-pilot.
Yeah,
he
and
took a fucking laser blast to the head.
Yeah, he was the loyal spy and messenger the whole way through.
Why do you wish to come?
Everyone would be fucked without him.
Have some purpose.
Human-centric sci-fi nonsense.
Yeah.
And yet somehow here, like, I know they all look human, but they're all
We'd have the police
pretty much most of them are aliens here, a robot.
Unfortunately, though, you talk about this movie treating its robots better. Two of these characters are gonna bang Beba, as you've already pointed out to us.
You'll be very good at it.
It's probably gonna be Jack.
Oh, boy, it's gonna be a long night.
But no, I do love like the old married couple energy of Garuda and Beba.
You heard them, my friend.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue our journey through space till we find ourselves a new planet and begin again. Goodbye, Noguchi.
And that's another thing about Garuda's character is like they say that he's actually kind to, like for a general, he's kind to a lot of people, including mistreated robots. Of course, we're going to throw in a sex joke. I know our luck.
Medals, Beba. There are more beautiful dreams in space. So keep your eyes on the stars.
And your feet on the ground with Casey Kasem on America's Top 40.
All engines ahead!
Off we go! In the original Japanese version, there was no narration. Yet I think it was very wise of them to put the narration here.
Yeah. And so, heading for the vastness of space, a handful of brave people of vision seek the fulfillment of their mortal lives in freedom, independence,
and justice for all.
Yeah.
Wide load coming through.
It is a spaceship, literally. It's funny. Yeah, that's another thing I miss about these old science fiction films in general. The beautifully painted backdrops and how big they could be.
It's a good globe.
Yeah, so gorgeously painted clouds. So.
Man, they gotta be living in hell down there, though, huh? Without a moon?
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's the real reason all the
tidal
Earthlings...
waves!
That's the real reason why all the Earthlings decided to leave the Earth. They know it's going to be a shit show.
Well, maybe they can just tug back Pluto and leave it there and see if anyone notices.
Yeah.
It's about the size of the moon.
I'm going to turn down a
Squint.
bit. Since there was sort of a copyright thing with the last couple of streams. But it's okay. I'm doing a backup recording for you, Brayton.
I think this went well.
I think it did.
Well, here's my ship. Put out your hitchhiker thumb. All right, gonna get it right. No, they're gonna get it. Oh, my God. Jolly Roger in space.
Minotaur Productions, New York. You did a good job, boys. Give yourself.
We know how much you love those.
Yeah, I love No, it's Minotaur women.
I love women tars.
We know how much you love Minotaurs.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, ladies and to anybody who's watching this in the future, that was Message from Space with Brayton, and thank you, Brayton, watching this a third time in a desperate.
Glad I got my message across.
Yeah, the desperate attempt to make you happy. It actually worked out beautifully.
I thought so.
Now, with that said, had you come back when me and Shay was around, were we going to watch it a third time regardless?
Of course. That's why I was so pissed. That would have been my last gag to pull. But no, you've made this a whole Message of Space marathon. I think this was. Would you say this is probably the only time you've watched these in closest proximity, back to back to back? This film?
Yeah. It's I used to watch the VHS I recorded of Message from Space all the time from Monster Vision because it was rare to see. Granted, they would play this movie rather often, but it wasn't like once a month like they would used to do with the Green Slime or Barbarella.
Joe Bob couldn't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Bob ever had a chance to do Message from Space on his show. By that point, they had pretty much the extended library of Wes Craven movies to play. Hold on, I got a bit of a kick. All right, but yeah,
I got a bit of a.
I was born on Pluto. That's why I look like the way I do.
What planet would you prefer most to be hailed from?
Oh God, they're all weird. Okay, if we were talking like purely science fiction nonsense, I think I'd be okay for Mars.
Okay,
yeah,
because as we all know, Jupiter is stupider.
Plus, it's just a big old ball of gas.
Yeah, there's no solid anywhere. You'd just be floating in fiery misery.
I know, and again, this is the science fiction version of Jupiter, so I'll either be attacked by jellyfishes or wherever the hell Hector 3 went.
or a bunch of militant Hasidic Jewish people from Jupiter who run a DVD label we call Kino Lorber.
Oh, it's just a giant floating warehouse in the middle of Jupiter.
Yes, just floating DVDs. Reach out and grab one as you sail by. Hey, look what I got!
So you want Columbo, huh? Not on Saturday.
Oh. And not with commentaries. Oh.
I know you love
still
Columbo.
A mystery. That's still a mystery what happened there. Because they recorded all new commentaries for every single TV movie of Columbo ever, every episode, and they had a full like booklet with it. All of every single special feature had to be removed.
Yeah, I don't know. It may have been a copyright thing, or it may just like at the last minute they realized just how bloody expensive the whole thing was, and they quietly pulled it. Well,
the shitty thing is they didn't adjust the price. Like the price was still the same that they promised everybody you're getting all this stuff, and then sold a bare bones release of it at the exact same price.
Weird. I don't know. Maybe in the future they'll fix the rights and that'll come out like not a 4K, but like a more improved deep Blu-ray version.
Well, I mean, those are all I want because again, I love Columbo. It's my absolute favorite thing in the world, but I'm perfectly satisfied with what was out there beforehand because these are television. This is a television series. Then again, TV movies basically made for NBC, but made in the 70s. I'm not looking for, 4K UHD, Ultra HD quality with this fucking shit. I was interested in the features and the actual bonus material, what could be said about these episodes. So the fact that we don't have that, and there's never really been an official episode guide about the series. So it's just, I'm still pissed about it. I've still got salty grapes. Is that the term? No, sour grapes. That's it.
Sour grapes. Yeah.
We don't need to talk about my salty grapes. I don't think. Yeah.
That's okay. We just put in the dark image of Babe and his two lovers.
Yeah. And you know what? We did a bonus commentary, which removed a lot of my salty grapes from about 2 hours ago and this evening. So thank you, Raf, for what's the term?
Indulging you?
Indulging, that's it. Yes.
Yeah.
I've indulged myself on space.
Yeah, no. I thank you. Like, obviously, you were upset at my not so little mistake, but thank you. But yeah, but thank you for turning around and being nice about it. And that was a really good commentary. I'm glad I recorded the whole thing. So yeah. I did a backup recording. So because I am good, I'm in the final stages of finishing the Attack of the Super Monster 1% Weird live watch we did with Win and Lydia. So,
oh my god.
yeah, so that's going to be up either maybe tomorrow. No, actually, I was supposed to work on it tonight. That's coming up Sunday.
Serve it up Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday morning. But yeah, no. Other than that, though, this one went really well, and you had some really excellent thoughts about the movie too. So yeah, thank you, Brayton.
Well, I've been sitting on it for okay. If I were to hazard a guess, and I can look this up in my files when we recorded that, but this had to have been on my mind. You first showing this to me in probably 2018, 2018, I would say,
Mhm.
pre G Fest. It had to have been at least. So it's been rattling around there for a while, and to date, it's probably my favorite Star Wars. Something you can track and look at and say, this is my favorite. Not even just Star Wars, one of my favorite knockoff films there's ever been, because I think it
Yeah.
transcends that, rather distasteful label, and is an actual worthwhile mythological space, as I said, in the realm of the subgenre of space opera in the science fiction genre. I think this one is near the top of the heat with a handful of other great favorites of mine that deliver all of the fantasy goods that you could ask for.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. And also, like I've alluded to in like the previous commentaries I did with Shay and myself by myself. It's also a nice
myself.
Yes. It's also a nice example of the space romance boom, which like as a kid growing up in the 90s, there was like a surprising number of it available to watch on VHS and cable television. And of course, I don't know if you know this, as you know, in the 70s, the Japanese suddenly became big for space operas even before Star Wars came to their country. So they had things like, Space Battleship Yamato, the original Gundam, Space Runaway Ideon, a series that me and my brothers utterly adored, Starzinger, aka the Space Skateers, which was like a sci-fi take on Journey to the West. So and it's like and then, yeah, there was tons of live action shows too that would touch upon the space romance genre, Message from Space and a spin-off series, of course, but also War in Space, Sayonara Jupiter. So yeah, it's really nice that this is like the most prevalent, and it's still well known and beloved enough to actually get decent re-releases. But like I said, I would like to see like somebody like Arrow
And a
Video.
classy affair. You have other films, like, I know favorites of yours, like The Black Hole, but there's such less of a shameless air to the film that you'd see in half a dozen other sci-fi fantasy things from Italy. Star Crash, I'm not a big fan of it, but you can put Star Crash on one end of that, but then you have all of the awful, like, when they were dubbed and brought over here, like War of the Robots and all of that fucking awful shit, and the 90 movies that Brandon Tennant has reviewed in that subgenre of like Star Crash 2. Look at that. You have all of those films which are low on the totem pole, but this comes from a more earnest and creative and original place that it just has such a great character to the film that even though it's not a great movie and you watch it and there are many faults, but it does enough things right, that you can hand wave a lot of that stuff and just sit back and enjoy the broader themes, the broader message it's trying to say. That there's an obviously, retelling of an ancient tale, and be really swept up in it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And one last thing, I probably mentioned this to a million times before, but this movie, because it got me at such a young age and it made a bizarre impact, I just think with how offbeat the heroes were, this really was a big influence on a lot of my characters. And I hope before too long, I can finally get a certain script done and get, my little homage to the Message from Space out there, even if it stars
Right.
Even
the erotic backdooring of Beba 2, right? Would be your
no
masterwork.
It started out so good. Now it's nothing but Beba jokes.
Beba. Oh, Beba. I just want to point out too, I have it right here before my eyes. The September 5th, 2018 was at 12:39 a.m. at midnight was when we watched Message from Space for the very first time. So I have to go back and listen to that commentary.
Me too in the future, but not right now. I think I'm officially message from spaced out, because don't forget, in addition to these 3 commentaries, I also watched a whole bunch of episodes from Galactic Wars.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's like I'll just watch 1 or 2 episodes to get a feel, and before I know it, it's like, no, not another village.
Yeah.
How many freaking space ninjas can the Gavanas hire in a day?
Yeah. So I think with this said, anything you'd ever want to hear Raf say about Message from Space has been spewed out this last week, and you're welcome, world.
Yes, Brayton, and thank you for turning around another oopsie from me into something positive, because this was a lot of fun.
Hey, my pleasure, and I do my best.
Yes, it is getting late, so I'll talk to you a little bit after the show. Any particular music video or something I should play at the end, or should we just fade out and be done with it? Or should I just play the trailer Message from Space?
You know what? Why don't you just fade to black or whatever and play us out with that ending narration? I think that's a good, cute way to do it.
Oh, that's so. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't want to see Attack of the Super Monsters. What the hell?
No!
Yomi-Do! Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's just go there. So, okay, General. I will say this though: in the original Japanese, the Japanese version you showed me, General Garuda has a different final line for Beba 2, because he was of course dubbed over, but it's something it's something that beautifully encapsulates a lot of the stuff that I love about fantasy, and also probably one of the reasons why I love Message from Space and why it's such a big influence on a lot of my works, but. Basically, Garuda says in the Japanese version, the universe is massive and endless and infinite, and human beings and other creatures for the universe are so insignificant compared to it. And yet our dreams are also infinite. So, yeah, I think that's just beautiful. Like, granted, I'm probably paraphrasing a bit there. But, yeah, it's like, I think that's just, it seems nihilistic, but at the end it's very hopeful and wonderful.
Well, Raf, I think what you're quoting, in fact, is a mistranslation, because the original line, as I recall anyway, was our whole universe was in a hot, dense state till nearly 14 billion years ago. Expansion started wake, the earth began to cool, the artitrophs began to drool, the Neanderthals developed tool, we built a wall, we built the pyramids, math, science, history, unraveling the mysteries. It all started with a big bang, bang, I believe was the ending.
That would explain why Roxea the 12th is a recurring villain in the Young Sheldon show.
Bazinga.
Damn you, Young Sheldon, you will die.
Penny, Penny, knock, 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 Penny, knock, 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 Penny, baby, horny now.
I remember that episode, Young Sheldon, where Roxea the 12th gets so pissed off at Sheldon, he just starts massacring his fellow students at the science fair.
I like the part where young Sheldon and Roxanne have a fight over their Captain Kirk action figure.
Mine are way cooler. And he's
you want your communicator too, back, do you? Ha ha ha.
Roxanne, stop fighting with that dweeb.
Jack Hodgson versus Roxanne.
Oh no. No, Roxanne would win. I'm sorry. Jack isn't that cool.
Yeah.
Jack would be too busy trying to betray Ryuroko.
He was a tough cookie. Now he's dead.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm here with a message from space.
Oh, that's another thing. That was the one last thing I want to say about that movie. Another thing a lot of people get really pissed off about the movie for no reason is what is the message from space? And
I think the message from space was the heavy-handed keep your feet on the ground and look to the stars. Oh, that's the message. Well, thank you.
Right. No, the message from space can be read in two ways. There's the Jerusian sending out the Yabi seeds, which they make a big deal about in advertising for the film. And then, of course, the message from space, Roxea basically telling the Earth, hey, mofos, I like your planet, give it to me.
Yeah. Or, another message equally valuable, stronger glass looking out over your evil planet, because you never might know when you take a tumble, and it'd be really unfortunate if you fall
on your grandma.
Down and down and down on your grandmama.
Yeah, your
on
mommy.
your Ema as she explodes.
To be fair, though, that may have been just like adrenaline death because he was like
Oh.
stabbed in the head, so his body
And then electrocuted by, so it was kind of like a kind of like being stabbed with a cattle prod in the face,
Yeah.
and then he lost all motor control, and hey, what happens happens. His doll died.
Okay, folks. Thank you, Brayton, very much. This has been Message from Space Part 3.
Tally ho!
Yeah, we'll probably be doing Sword of the Space Arc sometime next month. So.
Oh boy. What's happened?
Well, with that said, we leave you with the final narration from this wonderfully quirky, beautiful movie. So thank you, Brayton, for all the copies and for joining me the third time. Big thanks to GojiShay, and big thanks to anybody who will be watching this in the future. I know this was basically done done on at the last minute, but yeah, it was worth it. Thanks, man. So here we go.
There are more beautiful dreams in space. So keep your eyes on the stars.
All right, let's go.
Princess. All engines ahead! Off we go!